What's up, guys? It's your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Friday. And I'm super excited, and I miss my family so much that we might actually go live a little bit later. As a matter of fact, I was looking at a message. Whenever I miss a day, guys, I typically double up on the day, and I see my man Crypto. He says, what do you put in until later? Okay. You, hold on a second, tell me what best for you. Okay, so we might be doing a live. I'm checking with my man Crypto Heavy. I put out a message to Nest Force, so if anybody wants to jump on, I'm thinking about doing something maybe like around 5 or 6, maybe 5:36, and just talking about where we're at and how things have gone, what we can expect, and just having fun, man. So if anybody wants to be a part of that, make sure you guys reach out to me on X. Hopefully you have an X account. And I mean anybody. Miss C888, what's up, sis? Anybody that wants to come and hang out tonight is not going to be, oh my God, I don't know a whole lot. You just come in, man. You can talk about, whatever it is, what the weather is in your area, why you're excited about crypto, why you're not excited about crypto. We're just going to have some fun. So I'm thinking about doing something tonight. My DMs, yeah, we'll do 6-8. Okay, let me know, Nest Force. I know for a fact I'm checking. Crypto Heavy's going to let me know, maybe Nest Force. And anybody else that wants to jump on, let me know. Just an open discussion, open mic, and just have fun, man. We're just going to be sitting there sipping on some coffee. Some people might have, whatever they drink. Good Lord. But we're going to have some fun. So let me know. I'm thinking about putting that together right, like I'm thinking maybe like around 5 to 6 or 5:30. 6 somewhere, because I know some people get off work. I know Crypto Heavy be available after 5, so we'll see how that plays out. Anyways, let's get right into it. We got a hell of a show, and we got so much content that I'm hoping it doesn't go too long. How about that? Silver Days XRP, but I love hanging out with my family, man. I love seeing y'all each and every day. Silver Days XRP in the house. We got DCA Crypto Dave. We got Real Canal Life up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Why? Because y'all the damn greatest family ever. That's why. Crypto for Life, the greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. My man Silver Days, man. Have I told you lately that I love you? That's my brother right there. Appreciate you. We got Liz Herrera in the house. What's up, sis? Liz in the house. One of our greatest supporters ever. Wouldn't be a show without Liz Herrera in the stream. Appreciate you, sis. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, guys. We got Charts Can't Lie in the house. That's my man, Pots and Pans. Appreciate you. Who else we got up in here? Let's see. Nest Force in the house. Good to see you, Nest Force. XRP Hustle Hard up in here. Oh, we got a hell of a show. Miss C888 says, I'm just popping in, bro. Good to see you, Miss C. Up in here. Miss C had an award. I believe. Miss C, did you go to the event last year? I know I printed out an award for you. I'm pretty sure. Wait, what? My phone's ringing. I don't know. Why is it you know what? I got to figure out how to turn off my doggone spam thing. I think this is spam. I think I got the world's worst spam phone. Anybody get tired of spam messages or spam calls? My God. Ricky Ricardo Films in the house. Ricky Ricardo in the house. I love it. Ricky Ricardo in the film industry too. I love it. Who else is up in here? Anthony, the man, the myth, the Wanner. What's up, my brother? Ant Wanner in the house. Too much bullishness. Too much bullishness. Facts. We should dump the market. That's funny as hell. We're gonna talk about that today. There's some interesting perspectives that I got, and I've got two ladies' perspectives that I've got their videos popped up. I'm gonna be sharing those videos with you guys today. And one is talking about very, very interesting, like popped up on my feed, and I'm gonna share that with you guys. And then the other is by this lady. I want to say it's Camelia Stevenson or something. I can't remember how to say her name, but I saw DEI shared her video, so I actually listened to it, went back and listened to the YouTube. Very, very smart lady. Okay, Operation Shutdown is in the house. Okay, let's get right into it, guys. We got a hell of a show. Let's do this. All right, so market right now, $3.06 trillion Bitcoin. I'm telling you right now, guys. I don't know how many people in here like roller coasters, because I don't know, but I don't get on damn roller coasters. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this one. Sometimes I just got to sit in my chair and put my hand up like in a roller coaster. Whee! Whee! Man, how many times? And I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy, and I think it's going to get crazier. And what I mean by that is, we talked about how, as, Bitcoin and assets, that start going up like Ethereum and others, when they start getting up to these bigger numbers, you're going to see swings, guys. Like right now, we're seeing Bitcoin move them down 4,000 like it ain't nothing. We've seen Bitcoin retrace 40-something thousand in a matter of like literally a week or so. And I do believe when you start seeing these assets, people are talking about, one day Bitcoin's going to get to, 200,000, 304, 500,000. And I'm going to tell you, those swings are going to be crazy. You're going to look at Bitcoin just dropped $50,000 and it's going to be like nothing because that's a very volatile asset. Now, I do believe assets are going to detach themselves. And though the markets will be volatile because of how some of these assets will be utilized from a utility perspective by the institutions and things that will be embracing them, I do believe for a fact that you'll see certain assets like your XRPs, your XLMs, Algos, certain things that are being held. You see these ETFs and they're not trading and selling, so you'll see. I believe you'll start seeing some of these assets detach themselves from the rest of the market. Now, there is some mega bullish news that came out today, and I'm going to get to that. So Bitcoin right now, 90,000, barely above 90,000. We got Ethereum right now, barely above 3,000. XRP right at $2. $2 make a lot of people want to holler. Some people holler because, ooh, I got a better price. Some people are like, what the hell's going on? Shouts out to my beautiful baby. She says, I'm here lurking, drinking my coffee. Shouts out to my beautiful queen, Jeanette, my baby, my everything, my blessing. Let's move on. Solana right now, 131 and some change. We got TRX 27 cents. Dogecoin doing 13 cents. She said, today I might have been it's funny because my wife, you guys know our story, and she got me hooked on coffee after 17 years together. About 14 years, I was like, don't give me that. I want, there's just certain things I want. You can't even get near my mouth. Coffee was one of them. I know a lot of y'all probably laugh right now, but you could not get me to mess with coffee. Some of the things I wouldn't like coffee. I'm gonna tell you I will not. Well, now I'm a crackhead because my wife. And it's funny. I got a point of that because this morning I actually sent her out coffee and drinks to her. But it's just funny because sometimes you can make somebody a crackhead and they go out there and start dealing coffee. Whatever. Let me stop. The point I'm trying to make is there's certain things like I don't eat any melons. It's just weird, bro. Like you can ask my 17 years, she can't get a melon in my vicinity. She can't even. Just thinking about any melon, watermelon, honeydew melon, cantaloupe. I don't know why. I just never acquired a taste for it. Coffee was right there with melons. So the fact that I'm drinking coffee, I'm wondering one day before, I go to the upper room, will I ever have a melon? I doubt it. That's to me, melons are just repulsive. I can't eat them for some reason. I don't know what it is, man. I tried, and then years have passed, and I tried, and years have passed. She said, just try it again. I'm like, yuck. Some people think I'm weird. I just can't do it. And I see people eat melons like it's grapes or something. It's crazy. Anyways, let's move on. Always got little flashes of my crazy life. Dogecoin right now, 13 cents. We got ADA right now at 40 cents. We got Chainlink at 13.58. XLM doing this thing at 23 cents, guys. We got ZEC at 4.54. LTC right now, 81.35, number 19 on CoinMarketCap. SUI right now, 155. AVAX doing the thing at 13.05. HBAR, 12 cents. Shiba, 5 zeros and 8. That's cinco zeros and ocho for those of you guys who speak Spanish. You know how I am. I'm bilingual. Let me stop. Toncoin right now, 160, guys. We got Crow, if you didn't know, at 9 cents. Same, Jay. I don't like no melon. I don't know what it is, Dave. Here's the thing, Dave. I'm going to pause on Crow. So a lot of y'all know I'm black and Puerto Rican. So the first part of my life was in New York and Puerto Rico. I was born in Brooklyn, Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. And so we lived in Brooklyn, we lived in Puerto Rico, and then we went back to Brooklyn, and then we went to Florida, which is where I was raised the first part of my life. And then the second part was in California. The reason I say that because in New York and in Puerto Rico, everybody in my family, my mom, it's like J-Lo, right? Like I can't think of anybody else that you guys would know. My mom was like my wife, but my wife is Filipino and Hispanic Filipino. She's got like a combination of different things. But my mom was Puerto Rican, full Puerto Rican. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is like a J-Lo. And so all my aunties, all my grandpa, my grandma, everybody was Puerto Rican. So it was like looking at this Latin family. I was the dark child. I was literally the dark child of the family. And so it was funny because when I went to Florida with my dad and I met my African American family for the first time I've ever seen anybody that was my complexion or darker than me, right? My African American family. It was a shock because their food compared to the food that I was eating when I was raised around my grandpa, they ate a lot of chicken, rice, plantains, beans, all that kind of stuff. It was soul food. And I'm not just talking about soul food. I'm talking about like soul food. I'm talking about like, I used to sit there and watch my grandma, my African-American grandma, clean chitlins. I was like, what? And I remember walking outside, and she, had this pit. If anybody from like an African-American black heritage, and you ever see like old school black people clean chitlins, it was nasty. And, I seen some stuff, man. And I remember one time, they were cooking, not my grandparents, but my aunt took me to a friend of their house, and they were cooking like this. It looked like I don't know what the hell it was, like a gopher possum, something that was in that damn oven, and they opened up, it was an animal. I was like, what? And then, they would look at me weird because a lot of that stuff I didn't want to eat. And then like melons, watermelon, they thought I was, my brother, now on the other hand, my brother would tear some pig feet up. Shout out to my brother Jermaine. That boy had no, I wish he was here right now. He had no filter on what he would eat. That boy would just eat anything, but me, I had that Latin, can't get right, whatever. They used to look at me like, what the hell's wrong with this boy? I ain't eating that. They were like, you don't eat it, you ain't eating it. I ain't eating today. Who won't be eating today then? Oh, just a blast from the past. It's funny. Anyways, Uniswap right now, 533, guys. Polka Dot right now, 199. Sometimes it's good to get to know your host and your family, your big bro. And the crap I went through is funny. OKB right now, 114 and some change. Astra right now, 93 cents. Hasn't got back over that dollar mark. However, Astra has, when you look at it in its entirety over the last, you can even go back like a month. Is it a month? No. Yeah, so this damn thing was down to like 9. Oh, my God. Holy cannoli. In September 17th, this damn thing was 9 cents. Oh, my God. Astor's been on fire. That damn thing went from 9 cents to $2. Oh, my gosh. In a matter of like a week. Holy cannoli. $2 and something. What's the all-time high on this thing? $2 from so good God, from September 17th at 8 cents to September 24th. Oh my, literally a week, 7 days. Damn, that thing. Holy crap. From 8 cents to $2.40. I missed that one. Good Lord. That's a big pump. Near, let's make it clear, 161, guys. We've got Pepe right now at 5 zeros and a 4. That's Guato zeros and cinco zeros and Guato for those of you guys speak Spanish. I'm bilingual. Yeah, I ever need an interpreter, let me know. I'd be like, L68JL will, let me stop, good Lord, huh? Sounds stupid as I'm hearing it myself. ICP right now, 328, guys. We got Onda right now at 45 cents. We've got Matic right now at 11 cents. By the way, guys, always remember, nothing we talk about on this show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. My name is James, a.k.a. 68J. Been in crypto since 2017. 8 amazing years documenting my journey in the evolution of money. We started this show about 3 years ago, November 10th. That just passed. 3 years has been amazing. I've met some incredible people. I tell you, they say people can just uplift and enhance your life, and that's exactly what my family has done. And so I thank God for my Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin family, and XRP Army family. Much love. Let's keep it going. Castle right now, 4 cents. We got Arbitrum right now at 20 cents. Trump coin. Guys, I have a question. Does anybody feel like Trump is ever going to get back up to all time? I just got a question. I'm not trying to hate. God knows I'm not, because I know some people got in that damn thing like a little high. Anybody think Trump's going to get up there? L68J. L68J. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, let me stop. I need one of those. I need some of those things, operations. Hello. This is L68J. Coming to you, mañana at ocho. Let me stop. Good Lord, huh? Damn it, broken up. It's the coffee, y'all. I told my wife to get decaffeinated. Samson of LA's in the house. We got Crypto Mama. We got Operation Shutdown. Ole. Let me stop. Tiffany Serrano's, that's my sister right there. Let's keep it going. Will Trump coin get back to $75, guys? I don't know. That's a far way just to break even. But that damn thing's got some liquidity. My God. But here's the thing. The only thing that worries me about Trump coin is I saw this deal they wrote up on in Forbes about Barron Trump and how he made all that money. And I was reading it. It said, he will be a billionaire, or he will be, because I think it was like 100 something million he made on that coin. But there's like a billion. No, it didn't say, but it said there's a billion Trump coin or something like that that's locked up until a certain date. Oh, I'll be worried about that one. Like, damn it. Let me stop. Algo right now is at 12 cents, guys. RLUSD at number 59. Wait a minute. Something made RLUSD move on up like the Jeffersons. What was it? We're going to talk about that. Huh? That damn thing broke the top 60. Just saying. Atom right now, 212. We got QNT right now, 82.51. VChain doing this thing at 1 cent. Flare, don't you dare sleep on Flare at 1 cent. We got Filecoin right now at 132, not financial advice. XTC right now at 4 cents. We got SEI right now, 12 cents. Render doing this thing at 152. Cake. Andrew Tate said, I like cake. 220. We've got, what else we got in here? Jupiter right now, 20 cents. We've got Optimism. We got a whole lot of it. Why? You know what just happened with Ripple. You don't act like you don't know. I know the title of this thing is a bull run over. And there's some reason you can go, did we really go? And this young lady, like I said, this video popped up. There's 2 videos I'm going to share today. One was shared by DAI, and the other one just came up in my feed. And it was about this young lady talking about, bull run and our perception of what it was and all that stuff. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. Optimism. CRV right now, 38 cents, guys. We got INJ right now, 527. IMX right now at 26 cents. XTZ, one of the OGs in the space. OG! At 48 cents. STX right now, Stacks, just like the song Stack It Up. We play it here each and every day by Crypto Tales featuring Bagged and Blockchain Monkeys. No affiliation with the coin. It's at 28 cents, guys. We got, let's see. Telcoin right now, down just a little bit, poquito. See, I told y'all I'm bilingual, poquito. Let me stop. At 004, and then coming in at number 100 is Merle, MERL, at 40 cents. All right, let's do it. Sadly, Trump coin was essentially a pump and facts. Thank you for saying it. And as far as I didn't want to say it because of the poorly timed launch of Milani coin, it was such a blunder, very stupid and hurtful to the facts, man. Facts. And then as soon as I have, we're going to pass this way. It's okay to have memes. No. And, it's like those of us who had right intentions versus those like, girl and all the, and my man, what's up, boy, with the hex thing, and he was out there buying all that stuff. Let me stop. I don't know. Sometimes the coffee is like true serum. You have a couple shots of espresso, huh? Get on that liquid crack, and you start talking about all kinds of stuff that's, facts. 68J spits facts, but this will make you spit like fact. You're like, oh, did I just tell myself? Woo, that's good. Okay, let's move on. Shouts out to the greatest family. I appreciate you guys made your way. Anybody coming here that I didn't see? I think I got everybody. Beekeeper69 in the house. What's up, bro? Beekeeper up in here. Guys, shouts out to the 100+ people that are here on X. By the way, guys, we're live on X. As you can see right here on the top, we're live on X. Wait, did it show it? Let's see. Refresh. We're live on X, we're live on YouTube, and we're live on IMUTV. Shouts out to Niall. Shouts out to Rob and those guys over at IMUTV. So, and we're also live on our Crypto for Life channel. Crypto for Life with your boy James, aka 68J. We have some of the most epic, amazing, incredible interviews. We talk about success stories. We talk about dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. Nothing we talk about is financial advice. It's just, my opinion on things that I've endured. Success stories, not so successful stories, just a whole bunch. And some of the biggest names in crypto have been on this channel. Even though they tried to shut us down 3 times, even though they shadow banned my videos, we ain't going nowhere unless they shut us down again. Let me stop. It could happen. Let me stop. Okay, let's get right into it. Slowly, then all at once. Shouts out to my man Chad up in here. Crypto Outlaw, that's my brother. Mike O! What kind of coffee does Jeanette give you? Lots of love, huh? Man, I don't know. I call it crack, bro. That's all I can tell you, Mike. I be seeing stuff too. Like, you drink coffee and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. Sometimes I drink, I'm like, wait a minute. I can see the price of XRP right now. It's going to be, let me stop. Let you see like price evaluations. That's some strong ass stuff. All right, let's move on. XRP just became a bank reserve asset. A bank reserve asset. Did you hear the words that just came out of my mouth? Read my lips. A bank reserve asset. I don't know, my lips moving like that. Probably the coffee. The escrow just became the global liquidity pools, huh? RLUSD became the world's U.S. digital dollar. I'm telling you, man, we bet on, we bet on black. What's that little game where you put on red and black? We put it all on black, and boom, boy, did we hit it, Romeo. We hit it, Romeo. They called our number. Checkmate. XRP. Damn it, we were right the whole time. We knew it already, though. Ripple will become the most systematically important company on planet Earth. EARF. He spelled it a little different. He spelled the right way. They will be transformed into the new future world bank. XRP and escrow will be the base global liquidity pool for every major institution institution on planet Earth. EARF. You damn straight. Huh? Something big. Tell me. We got more on that one. Don't go nowhere. It wasn't about hurting the system. It's too early. The XRPs. Yeah. Damn it, wife. My wife's telling y'all what type of crack I take and stuff. It wasn't about hurting the system. It was about making it better, allowing everything to interact / connect. Ripple, bridging everything together. What y'all talking about hurting the system? Huh? Ripple developed the interledger protocol to help blockchains interact with SWIFT, plus the ILP closely resembles SWIFT. What is documented? It's documented right here. Financial technology company Ripple is developing an interledger protocol that could help blockchains interact with banks, existing infrastructure, SWIFT, and many others. What? That's why they don't like us, huh? They know we fast. They know they won't last. Romeo in the house. Marvin Davis, that's my brother right there. Let's keep it going. SWIFT. In September, we announced plans to add blockchain-based ledger to our infrastructure. Blockchain-based ledger. Just say Ripple. Just say XRP. Huh? It's a move that will be a game changer for cross-border payments. We know what's going on, y'all. Stop trying to front. Huh? You can't fake the front. We know what's going on. Okay. After Ripple and XRP shocks the world, the once difficult journey will become a historic story of inspiration for those who made it through the storm. I'm going to say it again. Did y'all hear that? After Ripple and XRP shocks the world. We've been talking about this. How's it going to shock the world, 6-8? Huh? If XRP right now, just so y'all know, was like $2 and something cents, it will pass Ethereum. $30-something, it will pass Bitcoin. When XRP shocks the world, and what's going to help it, guys? We got things in place, but Bitcoin don't got. Bitcoin ain't going to have no bank. Bitcoin can't move paper. Bitcoin can't do this, and Bitcoin can't do that. And that's why Jeb McCaleb, Arthur Brito, and Joe Katz, 3 of the developers of Bitcoin, went out and started this incredible asset called XRP. What? And it's at the center of everything Ripple does. Did y'all know that? Huh? One more time. After it shocks the world, the once difficult journey, all that crap we went through. Anybody go watch Rick from the Start by Fruition Productions, huh? The War on Crypto, that amazing documentary, huh? The once difficult journey will become a historic story of inspiration. You know how many people got inspired knowing somebody bought 1,000 Bitcoin back in the day? It was just store gold, but oh my God, they got that gold early. And you were inspired like, oh my God, it could change my life. What about a story of inspiration about a group, a family that stood strong through the storm, that wouldn't waver even though the U.S. government, the old government, the Biden administration, huh? What's my man been on my show before? Gary Gensler and all the cronies, Elizabeth Warren, they tried so hard to destroy this incredible technology. But no, it will become a historic story of inspiration for those who made it through the storm. People like you, my God. And you guys will become the new legends of crypto. See, people who got in early, when they bought that Bitcoin really cheap, they're legends. Like, oh my God, how much Bitcoin you got? 500. 100 Bitcoin. Somebody in here gonna be like, I got 1,000 XRP. Hell no, you don't got no 1,000 XRP. Need a boss from the house, chicken 415. I'm just saying. Y'all pray for Mr. Coffee. Romeo the King in the house. Good to see you, my brother. All right, let's keep it going. We got a lot to talk about. Just in, OCC grants conditional approval. Conditional approval. It's happening to Ripple, BitGo, digital assets, and Paxos to become national trust banks. God dang it, I'm so bullish. My phone dropped. Let me get this. Okay. What? To become national trust banks. Huh? We banked on Ripple, and now they're a bank. Good Lord, something like that. In response, Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse makes a statement directed to banking lobbyists. You've complained that crypto isn't playing by the same rules, but here's the crypto industry. We're here. We ain't going nowhere. Huh? Greatest opportunity ever. Life-changing. Directly under the OCC supervision and standards. I'm going to say it again. You've complained, this is from Brad Garlinghouse, quote, to the banking lobbyists. You've complained that crypto isn't playing by the same rules, but here's the crypto industry. We're here. Directly under the OCC supervision and standards, prioritizing compliance, trust, and innovation to the benefit of consumers. Huh? What are you so afraid of? End quote. What are you so afraid of? Well, all that XRP that they're holding in escrow, they're just going to dump. No, baby. Huh? It's starting to make sense now? We talked about connecting those damn dots. Have you connected them? Do you understand the game of chess that's been played? Oh my God, you still don't get it? I hope you know what you hold. Gary Goodrich, the best investment you can make is in yourself. I said that part, get better, facts. Here it goes, guys. Here we go, yo. Soon, Ripple, XRP, RLUSD, and XRPO family, the ultimate family, the legendary family, will celebrate like nobody's business. How do I know? Damn it. Guess what? Everything's working out for you, baby. I hope you realize that. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family. XRP Army, what's up, Art Caffeine? Greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. I see you, Big Bro 10. That's my sis. Let's go.
This one,
What?
does it like it is. Got them switching gears, new Ferrari with the tents. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science. I'm so tired of this crypto control. You already know, basing letting money go. Swimming in the dough, SEC gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow.
I think that's a sign that you got a problem with coffee. When you hold your coffee up like, you know, like I used to dance with my wife back in the day, you know, like when we used to go out dancing, and you hold your coffee and you dancing. Can you imagine dancing on your coffee like that? You got a problem. Yep, I got a, y'all pray for me. I might need like an intervention with my coffee. Let's move on. Where were we at? Oh, right here. That's right.
You better off when you selling at a loss, not caring what it costs. I ain't when it drop, waiting for the flip flop to the tip top. While you watching TikToks on my new wristwatch, hit the Vegas crypto meter. Hello, nice to meet ya. Shower DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show with Lady E in the bag, man. The next night, a moon party, so you know we had to take flight. So many years and it's still no cheers. If fear selling, then I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one, bag it up.
Big Bro 10 said, I am ready. Are you ready to get crazy rich? To get crazy rich from your crypto. Let me stop. Well, I told y'all I can sing. I sound good, guys. I swear. Like when I'm in the shower and the steam hits, I feel like I can get like a record deal. You know, maybe like American Idol. Probably too old for Idol, like The Voice or something like that, you know. But when that water comes, I'll sound like Ezel from Friday. Ooh, yeah. Let me stop. When will XRP move, huh? We're going to talk about that. I don't know about that, but we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Shouts out to Virgo Greg. What's up, bro? Oh, shoot, September. Okay. Shouts out Virgo Greg. Respect, my brother. I'm a Virgo, too. All right, let's move on. We're going to be celebrating, guys. We'll be celebrating, just like Brad and Stewart. Don't worry about a thing. Because Ripple, XRP, RL, USD, and XRPL got this. Facts. All right, let's move on. Chad Steingraber says, Amina Bank now using Ripple payment tech stack will be used across Google Cloud Universal Ledger. Now, before I get into any more of this, guys, bullish news everywhere. I want to get into these two videos. One video I found by DAI. DAI actually posted this. Let me see if I can find it. It might be in here somewhere. I might be coming up on it. Let's see. Right here. Actually, it's right here. Next one. Okay. I'll get to it this way. How about that? I got 589 problems, but XRP ain't one. Yeah, I know y'all like that. I got 589 problems, but XRP ain't one. Ooh, that sounds tight. I might make a new song. I got 589 problems, but XRP ain't one. My name is 68J, and you're going to be stunned when XRP goes up. Your bags go down. You wonder why you're looking like a big old clown. You didn't get enough. You didn't stack chips. Oh, let me stop. I just ripped that off the top, babe. Oh, my God. I might be a rapper. Let me stop. Good Lord. It's a coffee. I think they'll probably give me a record. I'm like, okay, get in the booth and spit. I'm like, you got any coffee? They're like, no. I was like, damn it, I can't rap. It's a coffee. Let's move on. Joe Katz, huh? What did Joe Katz say? Very similar to what this, I believe it's Dr. Camelia Stevenson is a smart lady. This came from DAI. Let's listen to what she has to say first.
I want to break down what collateral.
And once we listen to this, there's actually the whole video, and I got it pulled up here as well. But let's listen to what this young lady says. Matter of fact, I want to break. Let me show this part because let me see what she says in this 3 minutes here. Hold on.
Now, I want to break down what collateral status really means.
Okay, not there. Let's go here. So this is her name is Dr. Camelia Stevenson. Again, you can go on my X page. You can also go to DAI, Digital Asset Investor, who put this out here. Never heard of a lady before today. Found two ladies online that both with different perspectives. One about XRP and one that made me start thinking about the whole BullRun situation. But let's listen into what she has to say. Very smart lady.
Now, I want to break down what collateral status really means. When the CFTC approved XRP as acceptable collateral, they didn't just say, yeah, sure, throw it in the mix. No, collateral is the backbone of the derivatives system. It's the assets institutions trust enough to post when they're taking on leverage or hedged positions. So if you want to simplify it, collateral equals the asset Wall Street is willing to bet millions on. You don't use junk collateral. You don't use hype coins. You don't use assets with weak liquidity.
And this is what we've been talking about. Not all crypto is the same, and not every asset's going to make it. And the next young lady that I'm going to show that I found as well starts kind of explain it, and probably will make sense when you hear it.
You use assets that have deep liquidity, proven reliability, settlement capability, commodity-like stability, and regulatory clarity. And that's the real headline here, is that XRP just got treated like a commodity-grade settlement asset.
Say it again, sis. Come on now. What?
Real headline here is that XRP just got treated like a commodity grade settlement asset. Let me give you a few implications of this that nobody's probably explaining in a simple way. Number one, collateral assets get locked, not traded. So once XRP is posted as collateral, it's not floating on exchanges, it's not being flipped, it's not creating volatility, and it's also not increasing circulating supply. It is effectively removed from the open market and held in institutional custody. So when supply tightens and demand...
Did y'all hear what the sister said? Come on, y'all. Hey, you want to know what you hold? Pay attention.
Not increasing circulating supply. It is effectively removed from the open market and held in institutional custody. So when supply tightens and demand starts rising from institutional uses, price doesn't have a choice. It must adjust upward over time.
Pause. It must adjust. It cannot be what? It can't be cheap. This is David Swartz. It can't be cheap. That doesn't make any sense. If XRP costs $1, they need 1 million XRP, which would cost $1 million. If XRP costs $1 million, they would need 1 XRP, which would again cost $1 million. This is exactly what she's talking about. Pay attention.
Want to break down what collateral assets get locked, not traded. So once XRP is posted as collateral, it's not floating on exchanges, it's not being flipped, it's not creating volatility, and it's also not increasing circulating supply. It is effectively removed from the open market. And
thus, it starts detaching itself from all those other assets that are not in the same position.
Held in institutional custody. So when supply tightens and demand starts rising from institutional uses, price doesn't have a choice. It must adjust upward over time. And this is just simple math. Now, number two.
What do you do when the XRP gets a mooning? How will it go when the XRP gets a mooning? What? I don't know. I remember the damn bars, but damn it, something like that. That's what she's talking about.
You cannot run trillion-dollar derivatives on low-value asset.
Exactly.
The derivative system is massive, over 1 quadrillion globally. Assets used inside that system need to be priced in a way that allows them to handle high-volume settlement and collateralization.
Do you understand all those acquisitions that they were making? Do you understand all the dots that they've been, oh my God, do you understand what's happening? Why was Ripple buying this and why was Ripple buying that? Why did they make these moves and why did they make that move? Now all of a sudden they just got approved for their charter license. Guys, you have no freaking idea. You think Trump went on Truth Social and just put XRP before Ethereum, before Bitcoin, before anything else? You think they met with, Ripple's team met with Trump 6 times? The only ones that had beef bourgeois privately? You better stop. You better stop and recognize the once laughed at will be historically the #1 asset in the world. Not because maxis don't want it to be, not because you think or think it shouldn't, because it was what it was created for and what is now being implemented into, which is the financial system, guys. Everything is getting ready to change. Everything.
This has happened every single time in financial history. Gold rose before it became core derivatives collateral. Bitcoin rose before CME futures adoption. And major FX pairs hold value because they are derivatives backbone. Collateral assets don't chase price. Price re-rates to meet the demands of collateral.
Oh, Lord, she's making me FOMO. Honey, is my wife here? I think I want a FOMO. Oh, Lord, I'm trying not to FOMO. Oh, I might need to say a prayer. I'm feeling super. Let me stop.
Let me say that again. Collateral doesn't follow speculation. Collateral forces valuation. Number 3, XRP now sits on balance sheets. This is a big shift. Institutions can now hold XRP as recognized commodity, pledge XRP, lend against XRP, and integrate XRP into structured financial products.
I don't know. I might actually get emotional. I might get emotional, Mike. I don't know. I'm just saying. Who else is in here? Good Lord. Silver Days XRP. Anybody else in here? Huh? Before I cry my fake tears. Tom and Shelly in the house. Shouts out to Tom and Shelly, our family member. I'm telling you right now, guys, pay attention. Pay attention. He said, don't FOMO. I'm trying not to FOMO, Virgo Greg. I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard. Oh, my goodness. This lady is spitting bars, guys. Pay attention.
Before this decision, XRP was that crypto that SEC was fighting. And now it is stepping into the infrastructure layer of U.S. financial markets.
You ever ask yourself why? You ever ask yourself why? That's the right question. Why? Why did the SEC go after that one asset? Why? They knew what was happening. The only asset attacked in that way, almost a 5-year lawsuit, cost them $150 million and lawyer for another $100-something million and legalities, $100-something, whatever the settlement amount. I think they said $150, but they settled for $50. It cost Ripple over a couple $100 million to fight, to take a stance, to become 6-0 against the SEC, the corrupted. Judge Netborn pointed that out. Judge Netborn said, liars. The SEC were liars, fraudulently altering documents, lying in court, just to try to destroy. And even lies couldn't take XRP and Ripple down. Why? And if you don't know why, I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't even deserve to be in XRP if you haven't watched Rick from the start, the war on crypto. You don't even deserve. Go watch the documentary. It's like saying I want to open a Starbucks. You know how to make coffee. Do you understand how? Where coffee beans? Like, go and figure out where we've been, where we're at, and that way you can appreciate what's coming.
And then number 4, this was not a price story. This was a plumbing story. I have to repeat that because everybody is looking at the charts, waiting on a move. By the time the move happens, you are already too late to the party. And that's why I'm educating you in the macro environment, so that you can align your conviction to the actual macro story, which really gives the sober implications of where this price could move in the near future. So let me reiterate this. Plumbing always moves before price. We saw the pipes shift, but we just haven't seen the repricing yet.
That part. Everyone's waiting for price. Someone just asked me that, when is the price going to move? All the plumbing, the foundation, everything has been like, we've been saying this forever. I told you guys the story was it July 23, July 15th, was it July 17th? What was it, July 15th or 17th, something like 2023. It's been now a couple of years, when Judge Annalisa Torres said XRP wasn't a security. If you understand all the things that were in place, me and my wife literally was in our place at that time in the Bay Area, and we sat, we hugged each other, man. It wasn't even about, I told my wife, it's not even about price. It's not even about price. She started crying. I was holding her all emotional because we understood. We understood what was happening. 2 years. I mean, obviously, we got in the way before that, but I'm just saying that was a historical moment. Guys, when you guys get a chance, go watch this. I'm gonna go back now. My whole show is not about Dr. Stevenson, but I want you to hear this part in the queue of her. And you guys can go over to I think it's Camellia Stevenson on YouTube. Guys, go follow her. Lady's got a lot of great stuff going on. Very smart. Talks a lot about XRP and other stuff. But I want you guys to listen to this.
Hey, it's Camila Stevenson, and around here we talk wealth. And listen, something major just happened this week with XRP, something that most people completely missed. Why? Because it wasn't a price spike, and that's what everybody is looking for. But
that's what everybody is focused on. I can't tell you, I mean, from people who cut my hair, my barber, everybody hits me up. When things are going great, oh my God, 6, I get all the messages. When things are going down, oh my God, 6-8, what's going on? Huh? I'm telling you guys right now. If for so long we heard for years, I believe it was what's the Treasury, the lady who used to sign the $100 bills or something. Somebody help me out here. The one who said the train had left the station. What's sis name? She used to sign the $100 bills for the government. What's her name? I'm drawing a blank. But she said the train has left the station. And then Brad talked about the flip of the switch. This is what they're talking about. They told us without saying all this, right? So we're sitting around so focused on price. She just said it. Everybody's focused on what? Price. Rosie Rios. Thank you, sis. Rosie Rios, the lady who used to sign our United States money, who's now part of the Ripple board. What did she say? I mean, you got to look at the team we got. What did she say? The train has left the station. I'm telling you right now, the train has left the station. It ain't even. Somebody made a comment. Mike O knows the guy's name. What's the guy, Mike O, the guy who everybody kind of had a lot of respect for, from a business perspective, the guy who said if you're an XRP, you're retarded. Remember when Trump came out and put that post on Truth Social and said, crypto strategic reserve. It pissed off the Bitcoin. I mean, people got pissed. The Bitcoin, this ain't what we voted for. That kind of crap. They just want to hear Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. And Trump came out and said, crypto strategic reserve, number 1, XRP, number 2, Solana, number 3, ADA. About 15 to 20 minutes later or something like that, he went back on. Somebody must have said, Trump, you can't forget about Bitcoin and Ethereum. He went back, oh, by the way, yes, I forgot Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because he ain't never met with Satoshi. Satoshi never had beef bourgeois with Trump and explain how Bitcoin can eliminate the national debt. Trump's just like, he even said it one time in one of the little conference press deals that they had. Remember that when Michael Saylor and everybody was there, he said, I think they were at the crypto summit, and they were streaming live, and he says, Bitcoin's going to do it for us because that's what they told me, and that's what it's going to do, right? That's what y'all said. I'm just going to trust it. That's what literally when something like that. Y'all remember that? Yeah, he ain't never met no damn Satoshi. I can tell you who he did meet 6 times, had beef bourgeois with, huh? Ripple. Oh, and everybody keeps looking at price. Everybody keeps looking at price. When you don't understand everything that's been put in place right now, everything that is in place, all the dots, all the connections, all the acquisitions, and to hear this man say, and this is see, everybody gets excited for different reasons. Y'all might, yeah, some people, I'm gonna get excited when I get this, and I'm excited when the price goes here. And I don't want to sound facetious in the fact that, oh, this and that, but I got to tell you this. It's what's coming. It's when you really understand what's next. It's when you realize, since I've been in this space for 8 years, we were always right. Man, this is undoubtedly the greatest opportunity of our lifetimes, guys. This is the greatest opportunity of our lifetimes. And all those people, Mike just said his name, all those people like Max Kaisers and Jack Mahlers and what's that guy's name? Mike just put it out here. Robert Breedlove. He literally had a lot of respect for this guy. I used to watch him go on these different shows and talk about crypto. He always kind of held his tongue. But man, I'm telling you, they got so damn mad when Trump put XRP before all things. They got so damn mad that they went on. Remember that? This was just the beginning of this year. Remember that? They went on a tear. A crypto, specifically against XRP. I mean, all these things would come out. XRP, almost like they couldn't stand that their almighty Bitcoin wasn't the only thing in the spotlight. They were mad. Remember that? And this guy, Robert Beloved, came out and said, if you're in XRP, you're retarded. Only retards get in XRP. I was like, what? He literally said, it's all over X. You can go see it. Jack Mahler was just down talking XRP to the fullest in crypto you hear all these guys and they have the same thing in common as the SEC. They know. They're scared. They're like, oh my God, we've made all these millions. We're in the top whatever 1%. Look, that's why I love Tails' song so much. He said it. They don't want you to get rich but die trying. It's a fact. If you think that people who got it, people who are wealthy want you there with them, no, they like being above everybody else. They like that power. And they realize, my God, Ripple and XRP. And what did Brad say to solidify that? See, here's the thing. Words are powerful, especially from people who are very strategic in what they say. People who have 1,700 NDAs in place. People who, over the years, didn't say nothing during the lawsuit. And all of a sudden, they started getting a little bit more vocal. And I was bringing this up on the channel. A little bit more vocal, a little bit more vocal. What did Brad Garlinghouse say? What did he say? 14% of SWIFT in 5 years, which is about 2030. 14%. And then you have people like Canary Capital CEO and others. My man, Sal from Tectrum. Those are very conservative numbers. They were on Paul Barron's show. Those are very 14% conservative. Jake Claver said conservative, conservative. But Brad said it. What is the other thing that very powerful and all the things that Ripple's doing? What did Brad say? XRP is at the center of everything Ripple does. At the center, not on the side, not on the left, right, in front and the back, behind us. At the center of everything Ripple does. Silver Day's trying to get me to play that damn video. Don't do that, Silver Day. You gonna make me laugh when I'm trying to be serious. Lord have mercy. Scottie Pippen. What are you gonna do? Let me stop. Let's finish with this. With Dr. Where's it at right here? This one.
Hey, it's Camila Stevenson, and around here.
I want y'all to hear this part right here. I know my show's long, and that's why I'm coming back and do another show. I might even just do another show by myself. Because damn it, I ain't getting to nothing. Let's listen to this again, because what she says and what the other young lady says right now is pretty powerful.
Here we talk wealth, and listen, something major just happened this week with XRP, something that most people completely missed. Why? Because it wasn't a price spike, and that's what everybody is looking for. But
everybody's worried about price.
Need to help you to understand what's going on in the.
And here's the sad thing. The people who are sitting around waiting for price, it might go down. I might get it at 50 cents. I think I can get it at 50. If I just wait, I might get it at 50 cents. And what you don't understand is when that switch is flipped, because the train's already left the station, but when that switch is flipped, and you go, this, I'm gonna tell you, I remember someone said this a long time ago. I think it was during the time I started learning to trade in 2017 when I first got into crypto. And then I even heard this before in my business life. They said waiting is a bad business decision. Waiting is a bad business decision.
Real financial world. And anytime the financial system upgrades its plumbing, any asset pulled into that plumbing is not the same asset anymore. So today I'm going to break down in the
XRP, guys, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but XRP is not the same asset anymore. And that's a freaking fact. Make sure you guys go check her out again. Dr. Camellia Stevenson. Make sure you guys go check her out. So shouts out to DAI for sharing this. And I actually caught it. And when he said smart lady, I had to go do my research before sharing that. So I want to make sure I know who this lady is. When I did my research, Dr. Camellia Stevenson, and very bullish on crypto. I'll share this before I get up out of here. So if you go to her channel, you can see right here a lot about XRP, a lot about crypto. Never heard of the lady, and she's XRP like crazy. So guys, go tune in to Dr. Camellia Stevenson. Okay, there we go. And make sure you guys subscribe. All right, so the next young lady that I run across her name is Leah Hilpern. Okay, she's on X, Leah Hilpern, which it says, looks like she has a show, YouTube show, and she's big on crypto. Okay, listen to what she says about altcoin season. Let's check it out.
The biggest mistake that people are making in crypto right now is that they keep saying we haven't had a bull run. Now, I think this is a really dangerous mentality because we have had a bull run and they're basing their future financial decisions based on incorrect information. So let's break it down. Bitcoin broke all-time highs. It hit $126,000. That's an all-time high. Ethereum reclaimed its all-time high of just under $5,000.
Pay attention. She's making some really good points right now.
Solana made a new all-time high in January 2025 of around $300. BNB made an all-time high of $1,370. And XRP hit $3.65. So it broke $3 for the first time in nearly 10 years. So it's not just Bitcoin that broke all-time highs. Everybody's saying when altcoin season, but we literally just had an altcoin season. And let's not forget how memes performed, because memes went parabolic.
She's right about that. Memes did go parabolic. So this is the because I want to stop here and I want to kind of go back a little bit. I want y'all to hear this. Even myself, I said, well, there's no way we've had an altcoin season, and the reason being is because a lot of altcoins like Polkadot and some of these other coins, some of these coins, and it's fun because we've talked about this. Some of these coins haven't even seen their previous all-time highs. And Polkadot got to like $56, $57. Chainlink got to $50-something. I mean, there's a lot of coins that haven't gotten back to their all-time highs, right? And I heard another discussion in which a person was talking about how Polkadot was supposed to be an evolvement or upgrade from Ethereum, but then Solana came into play. So interesting perspective what she's saying. Could we have had, I want y'all to hear the rest of what she says. I want y'all to hear the rest of this, but I'm going to go right back here again. Listen.
$1,000, that's an all-time high. Ethereum reclaimed its all-time high of just under $5,000.
So Bitcoin hit all-time high. Ethereum hit all-time high. XRP revisited all-time high. It's debatable 365 when on if you look at it, but she did say in the last 10 years, which the all-time high for XRP was 384, something like that. But what she's saying is actually very, very much on point.
Solana made a new all-time high in January 2025 of around $300. BNB made an all-time high of $1,370.
Facts.
And XRP hit $3.65. So it
Hear her out. What's coming up next is bars.
broke $3 for the first time in nearly 10 years. So it's not just Bitcoin that broke all-time highs. Everybody's saying when altcoin season, but we literally just had an altcoin season. And let's not forget how memes performed, because memes went parabolic. Let's take a look at Asta, for example. In September 2025, Asta ran to $3.9 billion by market cap in under 1 week.
I just brought that up about Astra, which is kind of crazy. I just talked about that.
That is an altcoin season. I don't know what other kind of altcoin season you're expecting, but a meme coin to run to the billions of dollars by market cap.
I feel you on that Protein 40, and Anthony, I'm going to discuss my point of what she's saying, but what she's saying makes a lot of sense. That's all I'm saying. We don't just, I'm not one track minded. Well, oh my God, oh my God. No, I listen to all things. I study the markets. I look for different perspectives. And what she's saying is very credible. However, things are not the same this cycle. And I'm going to be talking about that just after this is done. But listen to what she's saying, right? They say a closed mind gets nowhere. The mind only works if it works like a parachute. What makes a parachute work? When it's open-minded. Looking at different perspectives. This is very good perspective here.
Within 1 week is completely insane. Now, just because the altcoin season didn't look how you expected it to look, just because you didn't take profit, just because your entry was absolutely terrible, so you didn't make any money, does not mean that an altcoin season did not happen. You also have to understand the law of diminishing returns. Every single cycle, we're not going to see as much of a parabolic pump as we did in the previous cycle. But what I just showed you is a definition of an altcoin season. So does this mean that we're not going to see a super cycle and a bullish 2026?
See, she goes right. That's why I told you guys, listen, she goes right into what many of us are thinking. Listen to what she says right here. She goes right into what everybody else is thinking. This is not the same as other cycles. I talked to you guys about this. 17 was a hype cycle. Hype. This is going to happen. And we got deals with this. And if you go to the movie theater, this coin's connect. It was all this hype. And everybody was giving these damn projections. And that's when these ICOs were going. I mean, it was just crazy. Hype. And some of those coins that were in the top 10, top 50, top 100, top 50, top 20, even 30, are gone. Some of them are gone. We all heard about the Celsius and the Lunas and the FTX. I mean, some of y'all lived through some of them. Some of y'all remember some of them. Some of y'all don't. But at the end of the day, we had the hype cycle 17, the speculative cycle 21, and now we're in the utility cycle. And because of how it's played out, because we now have this new adoption and the stance that the government is taking here in the United States and really across the world. And now it's created this competitiveness. In the beginning, there's a time where you only heard El Salvador going, Viva la Bitcoin, right? And everybody's like, huh? Right? I'm talking about early. And so now the world, everything's changing. Regulatory clarity, the Clarity Act, Trump, the United States, the rest of the world. You got the SEC. You got all these things that are happening. Banking charters being. Everything has changed. Therefore, we have a hyper extended cycle. She's going to talk about that right now.
Cycle. But what I just showed you is a definition of an altcoin season. So does this mean that we're not going to see a super cycle and a bullish 2026? Not necessarily. Yes, there's always more upside potential. However, we are going to need a lot more liquidity in order to truly break that 4-year cycle.
And that's what's happening now. And those are the rails and those are the dots that are being implemented now. Right now, there's so much. We're not talking, Michael Saylor about 300 million worth of Bitcoin. And Kathy West, they about 200 million. We're talking about we're talking about, oh my God, quadrillions. We're talking about, oh my, look, Brad says 14% in 5 years. Very, very conservative from what people are saying. 14% in 5 years. XRP is at the center of everything. If we capture anything close to that, you guys are, everything will change. Listen in.
And finally see a parabolic super cycle in 2026.
So again, this is not, again, I want you guys to hear me. Let's go J215. It's not that she was wrong. She wasn't wrong. She was bringing up points. There are, and again, extended. So a lot of people have talked about us having this extended cycle, super cycle, hype cycle, super cycle, extended cycle. What's the other thing is called like a hyper cycle, right? Where everything is, So, altcoin season that occurred was forced by OG Bitcoin. No. I get all that. No, I do. There's nobody in this space that's talked about manipulation more than me. Manipulation. And all these little strategic moves, government shutdowns, so much stuff going on, tariffs, all these different things, man. These guys are smart, bro. They know what moves the needle. And there's some things that we talked about, companies that can push that can literally be at the forefront of that manipulation with what they hold and things they're able to do in the market. And I do believe that she made some really good points. I'm not going to dismiss any of her points. That some of these coins hit certain. Now, do I feel we've had do I feel the bull run is over? No, this wasn't about the bull run's over. It was, is the bull run over, right? And in that, sharing some of the points from different people. I don't want to be the kind of person who gets on here and just, because I do feel what I feel, and that is we're in extended hyper. We haven't seen the best of what's coming, right? And I do believe a lot of people saying this is going to be stretched out until I think 2026 is going to be our year. That is where and there's a lot of things that happen. We wasted 60 days between the tariffs and between the government shutdown that pushes us right into Q1 of 2026, right? So I agree with all the stuff that the Jakes and the Mickles and the Zacks, but you have to understand what she's saying wasn't wrong, in the fact that we've seen a lot of these coins pump and a lot of coins haven't, and so it's not that the bull run's over. That's not what I was getting at. The question is things that make you go, right? Looking at how things have played out, and yes, we are in an extended cycle. That's absolutely for sure. But she brought up some really good points, and the reason that I like what she said, because I do believe that we're going to have that pump, right? And I think we're going to have a historic pump. But I don't think all coins are going to react the same, and that's a fact. I think people sit around going, well, this coin did this, and when it gets back there, and when it gets back there, it may not be the case for everything. Things evolve. Can you imagine somebody holding a lot of stocks in I don't know how old you guys are, right? But my wife said what? Left the cancer. What did I miss? What did I miss? So the point I'm trying to make is that when you look at the fact that a lot of people get caught up in, I lost my train of thought when my wife made that comment with booby thing. Jesus Christ. Okay, where we at here? Tiffany Serrano's Esco. So no, you dig it. I did, and you make a good point, Esco J215. You make a good point. I just think that coins that have certain use cases will start detaching themselves. Oh, this is the point I was trying to make. So it's like someone saying, well, back in the day, I have a lot of stock in ATRACs. And that's what I'm going to try. For those of us who are older, you guys remember those things, those ATRAC, they look like, they were pretty big. They look like a small box. I don't know if I got a small, they were pretty nice. They were like the size of this. I don't know if you guys can even see this. They were pretty big. Okay. And you put those into the old school cars, and they had like a tape. They had like a black tape thing that went inside. It was crazy when I think about A-Tracks. And so it's like having stocks in A-Tracks and going, it's going to go back up, it's going to go back up. And then you think, and then somebody else goes, no, I got in the CDs. I got stocks in CDs. And it's going to go back up, it's going to go back up. And no, it's not. And then someone goes, I got stocks. So the point I'm trying to make is just because something at one point was incredible as far as, how people felt about it, use case and everything else, things evolve. You ever hear that story? I remember when I used to have cell phone stores, and they would say, by the time you get a phone, like an iPhone or anything else, you're already behind because there's a new phone that's going to be out like in a year or two. Meaning technology is always like 4 or 5 years ahead. I remember when me and my wife, it's so funny. I remember when me and my wife went to China, and this is back in, I don't know, 2000 and, God, this is 2000, this is prior to, this had to be, is when we did the iWatch trademark, right? We went back to China to try to get our own watch built. This is before there was an iWatch, Apple Watch, or whatever. And so I told you, I shared the story with you guys how we own the rights to iWatch here in the United States. So when we went to China, I was shocked when we met with these companies, and they were taking us into their office, and they were bringing out these products. They brought out a cell phone ring, and I'm like, me and my wife, and I was with, we took our friend Dr. Taylor with us, which was part of our team, right? And they had a remember that, honey? They had a cell phone watch. Sorry, cell phone ring. I'm like, how the hell do you talk on that damn thing? They also had phones that they put on the table, and when you were talking to somebody, a hologram came up, like the hologram of the person. And I'm like, and this was years ago. Remember that, Jeanette? This was years ago. I was like, what in the hell is going on? So their technology, and then they were putting phones when they had they called someone and they threw the phone in the tank, in a fish tank. And I'm just like, yo. So the technology is always way ahead of what we're actually seeing. We'll see. And this is when we saw. This was the old school iPhones, and they had this. I was like, man, China, some of these countries are way ahead of us when it comes to certain things. So it just makes me realize where, things are going, right? All right, let's move on. All right, so shouts out to Dr. Stevenson, and shouts out to the young lady, Leia. Okay, let's move on. All right, here we go. Very, very interesting points on both. Okay, how much time we got? Okay, 107. We're 107. Now, let me read some of these comments here. I skipped the bull run for a double bear. I'm just kidding. I think I've been through 50 bear markets since 2021. Yeah, it's been crazy. And 2020, I mean, you got to think about the amount of crap we dealt with Gensler, the Biden administration, Operation Choke Point 2 I mean, dude, I ain't gonna lie, it was hard. I remember during that time, I said, man, it's scary for people to come into crypto right now. I said, it's scary for people to get into crypto because of all the crap that was going on. Can you imagine coming in, like a person that comes in today is definitely a different vibe than people who came in during the Gary Gensler era. What? It was scary during that time. I mean, you seeing the SEC attacking the number 3 asset, and I think at the time XRP was like number 5 or 6 or something like that. But yeah, it's crazy. Pressure makes diamonds. Facts. And again, remember, we're just talking, guys. This is not a negative thing. This is not 68J said we're going to a bear market. No, that's the title of the thing. Is the bear market over? In my opinion, it's not. To the young lady's points, were there some things in there that you kind of go, yeah, it is. But yeah, let's move on. Nestfor says pressure makes diamonds. Facts. Okay. Protein 40. See my man Protein 40. 8 tracks. Remember that 8 tracks? Remember that dude? How many people here remember? Cassette? Let me pull that. What did the 8 track look like? Remember that? What was it called? 8 tracks. Anybody? I know people say it. What did 8 tracks look like? 8 tracks. Wait, no, it's called 8 tracks. My bad. I hit the wrong thing. 8 tracks. You guys remember these back in the day? Look at this, bro. Look at that. This is the stuff that we were putting in our cars to listen to music. Right here. And it looked like an old school. It had that What is this little dark thing that raveled up in there? And they used to get tangled. Remember that? Like in cassettes were the same because cassettes were an upgrade from it. So we went from 8-track cartridges to cassettes to CDs. But I remember this when I was a kid. I remember this when I was getting in the car with my uncle. Somebody would be like, hey man, my little country nickname. Hey Junebug, hand me the 8-track over there, and I would get it. And it'd be some old school music, dude. It was crazy. It's crazy to see how we've evolved. It's crazy. All these pop-ups, damn it, I hate that. So anyway, that's great. 8-track cassette tapes. We've come a long ways. Facts. All right, let's keep it going. Let's read a couple more comments. Shouts out to Crypto OG. Did I see Crypto OG in here? Crypto OG in the house. MCI. Facts. Nina Blossom in the house. Anybody else that I miss? They're working on transparent phones now. Dude, that's crazy. I know protein. That's phones that you can see all the way through. What? I saw it, and somehow they don't got the technology where the phone is see-through. There's like a band like around the phone, like this thing, and I guess that's where all the technology and like battery. I'm like, how the hell? Like inside so you look at an iPhone. Let's take a phone like this. You can see through it, and along the edge of this is like a strip, right? Like a little black strip. So if you see this way, you can see the black strip. But if you look that way, you can see through the phone. And it's like that black, dude. That's the battery. I remember back in the day. Because I come from a time where they had bag phones. You had to be super rich to have a bag phone. Either you were a lawyer, a doctor, or you were Nino Brown and doing something shiesty. But and the minutes were like, oh my God. I remember people saying they had like $1,500 cell phone bills. I was like, what? But those battery packs, that's why. And then they got smaller to the brick phone, like what Nino Brown had in the thing, and they just got small. And now you got a like you said, a phone that you can see through, a transparent phone. That the battery and everything's in that strip, dude. That's crazy, man. I don't know. You know, they're talking about they're building jets in cars, like cars that like. I don't know when we're gonna see that. It's gonna be crazy. Make sure you hit make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe and notification bell. Shouts out to my sister Liz. And then I skipped the BullRun for. Okay, we got that. Okay, I've actually been doing the same thing, Tiffany. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I got everybody here. Pump institutions who base dominance with the OG Bitcoin. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. What's up, Sly Fox? Sly Fox in the house. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you, my brother. Way back 6'8". Yeah, that's one. Out here in Los Angeles, still have those damn music. That's crazy, dude. 8-tracks, or just like I know one time me and my wife went somewhere. We saw the turntables, and we walked by something like that with our kids, and they're like, "What's that? What is that?" I mean, I don't know. It's so crazy, dude. Just even the fact that your car and your phone tells you where to go when we used to have to always. I thought when we went from maps to printing out on a printer, MapQuest. Remember MapQuest? Like you can get one or two pages. Oh God, let me keep going. I'm dating myself. We're like that crazy guy holding Apple stock in the beginning. Yeah, that part, Anthony. You're right. Let's move on. Okay, so we're already over our time. Vanguard says Bitcoin is a speculative toy. Damn. I said, oh, okay, but XRP isn't. And that's the part. That's the thing I forgot to say, guys. I got thrown off. Is it's not even when we were talking about the guy who said if you're an XRP, you're a retard, and all these Bitcoin maxis. And there's a difference between a maxi and an investor. If you're invested in Bitcoin, like I'll give an example. Michael is an investor. Jack Mallers is a maxi. 68J is an investor. That guy who called people, that's a maxi. And so there's a difference between the two. I just don't think it's even popular to be talking about something that has this much validation. XRP went from the most hated just over a year ago to the most validated. I mean, can you say Bitcoin validated other than people believe in it? Validated by who? Who's Satoshi? They got a company? Where are they located? Where's the origins of that? Why is it a secret? Oh, Ethereum? Nothing against Ethereum, but they are the ones who are behind the whole lawsuit against XRP because XRP was in front of them as far as ranking. They were number 2. Ethereum was number 3. One of these days, y'all going to watch that damn documentary. Banking. Bank of Japan is planning to hike rates on the December 19th meeting. Bloomberg reports that some internal sources say the BOJ is planning to do more rate hikes in 2026. Uh-oh. This is the reason behind the massive dump we are seeing in the market today. Okay, let me read this again. Japan is planning to hike rates on the December 19th meeting. Bloomberg reports that some internal sources say the BOJ is planning to do even more rate hikes. This is the reason behind the message. Okay, that's perspective. I mean, could be a fact. Okay, so this is awesome, guys. Massive news for Ripple. Also used for XRP, XRPL, and RLUSD. Brad Garlinghouse puts this out at 8:21 a.m. It says huge news. Ripple just received conditional approval from the U.S. OCC to charter Ripple National Trust Bank. This is a massive step forward. First for RLUSD, setting the highest standard for stablecoin compliance with both federal OCC and state NYDFS oversight. To the banking lobbyists, and this is the part that I already read, so that's crazy. You're man, he's talking this stuff now. I love this, right? He's talking this stuff to the banking lobbyists. Your anti-competitive taxes are transparent. That's crazy. You complain that crypto isn't playing by the same rules, but here's the crypto industry. We're here. I love that, man. Directly under the OCC supervision and standards, prioritizing compliance, trust, and innovation to the benefit of consumers. What are you so afraid of? Because they had the monopoly. They had the monopoly, therefore they control the narrative, therefore massive corruption. And they don't like crypto because you can't sit up there and do this. Everything is tracked. And they don't like that. Facts. Yeah, remember long distance calls? Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Remember that? That's crazy. Ass in space, didn't Vanguard sure did jump their ass in the space. Yeah, oh yeah. You guys, I mean, come on, guys. You know how big this is? I mean, have y'all seen all that? I'm gonna get to it in a minute. I think I'll put it there about Solana and XRP now. What? Oh God, you gotta love it. So I said, is this crypto bull run over? I don't think so. I think the young lady Leia, if that's how you say it, made some really good points. How Bitcoin and those things did pump. I agree with that, but I definitely think it's an extended or hyper cycle. Facts. And I do believe it goes. Some people said it could go throughout 26, and some of these pullbacks, because you got to understand, guys, when you really think about it, we had a pretty big retracement. I mean, $47,000 retracement off of Bitcoin. I mean, I think that's pretty big. So yeah, I think we're in a good position. Okay, the bridges you burn today could be the highways you need tomorrow. The bridges you burn today could be the highways you need tomorrow. CFTC to eliminate outdated / complex rules. Right here it says breaking. This came from Bitcoin Archive. Breaking CFTC to withdraw outdated guidance on Bitcoin and crypto. And it shows all this right here. If you guys want more information, we're a little bit late as far as our time. Yes, sir. Let's go. Shouts out to Bullish Big D in the house. Shouts out to my man Sly Fox. Did I miss anybody else? Chicken 415. We got Silver Days. Jose, what's up, Jose? Good to see you, Jose. Tiffany Serranos. I think I got everybody. Did I get everybody's names? Protein 40. I think I got everybody, right? Yeah, I think so. 5-year cycle. Yeah, things are gonna be. Yeah, that whole 4-year cycle, man, just got disrupted. Things are the same until they're not. Okay, 4.3 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options expired today. That was 10 hours ago. Let's see, XRP ETFs. It says XRP ETFs are on fire. And so here's a list of the ETFs here. A lot more than people think. Okay, final deadline. Okay. So these aren't ones that have, not everything is launched. Okay, I see. Certain things are still pending. Yeah, XRP's journey has been crazy wild, but everything happens for a reason. I do agree with that. This is huge, guys. DTCC in a historic milestone. DTC received a non-action letter from the SEC to tokenize certain DTC custody assets. Make sure you guys, let's check it out. I'll let him tell it. How about that? Let's do it.
I'm very happy to share with you that today marks a pivotal moment for our industry and the future of digital markets. After years of industry experimentation with digital technology, I'm excited to let you know that DTCC has received a no-action letter from the SEC. This letter authorizes us to develop and operate a new and voluntary service to tokenize assets held at DTC. This is a significant milestone for several reasons.
Huge.
First, our new tokenization service will serve as the bridge between TradFi and DeFi. Upon launch in the second half of 2026, we will support the tokenization of liquid assets, including the Russell 1000, ETFs tracking major indices, and other assets.
Right.
Second, and importantly, we will offer the same investor protections and ownership rights as traditional book entry securities currently held in custody by DTC. In other words, we will provide digital assets the same care as we do traditional ones. And third, our new service will yield transformational benefits for industry participants and their underlying investors. These include greater collateral mobility, new trading modalities, and 24/7 access.
Come on now.
We're excited to help innovate for the industry and to empower our participants and their clients to tokenize.
Wow.
In doing so, we will work collaboratively with the industry to create a safe, sound, and efficient market infrastructure for digital securities.
Yep.
Collaboration has been a cornerstone of DTCC since our founding more than 50 years ago, and I'm very proud to say that today's announcement will build upon our legacy of innovating for the global markets. It's one more example of how we serve our industry and how we will continue to do so for the next 50 years. While the new tokenization service is an important step forward to drive digital asset adoption, in many ways it represents just the beginning of a larger transformation that we will help drive as a strategic partner to the industry. We look forward to continuing to provide leadership to support our members and their clients on their digital asset journey. I want to take a moment to thank all of you.
See, this right here is freaking huge. This is huge. And shouts out to Protein 40 because you just really summed it up. Now the institutional investors, the big banking, the big money in the financial world are involved. Cycles might be a thing of the past. That is a fact. And that's the part I was trying to get when I was showing the young lady's video. She had a lot of great points. Moving forward, certain assets, I mean, and I'm trying to be careful how I say this because I don't want to give the wrong thing, but certain assets may not be affected by cycles. Because again, remember what Dr. How do you say her name? Dr. Stevenson. Remember what Dr. Stevenson just said? She said, excuse me. The XRP that's being bought up by these institutions, guys, they're not looking to trade and dump on these assets or that XRP. Going back to what I showed here, is going to be locked up. It's going to be locked up, and because of how it's going to be utilized, the price can't be cheap. It goes back to what. Make sure I don't forget where I was at. It goes back to what she said and what she said and what Joe Katz said. It can't be cheap. It makes no sense for what it has to move. And like she said, there's only one conclusion. It has to go up. That XRP is going to be locked up. It's going to be utilized. It's going to be ongoing. And so as the price grows, it's going to continue to be utilized, and the price will continue to go up as the scarcity of that asset. Guys, it's this part right here, man, was a freaking bar. I got to say it again.
Really means. When the CFTC approved XRP as acceptable collateral, they didn't just say, yeah, sure, throw it in the mix. No, collateral is the backbone of the derivatives system. It's the assets institutions trust enough to post when they're taking on leveraged or hedged positions.
Institutions trust enough. And she spits bars right here.
So if you want to simplify it, collateral equals the asset Wall Street is willing to bet millions on. You don't use junk collateral. You don't use hype coins. You don't use assets with weak liquidity. You use assets that have deep liquidity, proven reliability, settlement capability, commodity-like stability, and regulatory clarity.
In short, you don't use skunk G-string coin. Because I don't want to say coin. People, you didn't have to say that. Skunk G-string coin is what we'll say. But basically, let me leave that alone.
And that's the real headline here, is that XRP just got treated like a commodity grade settlement asset.
Wow. That's big. That is freaking huge. She just said, smart lady, man. Huge. Spitting bars. All right, let's keep it going. No matter how bad things get, never envy or hate anyone for their accomplishments. I don't give a damn. Like, it's so funny because, I talk about this all the time, man. Never hate, always congratulate because your time is coming. And me and my wife talk about this all the time, man. The things I've seen, and me and Michael talk about this and where we come from, and as you continue, and this is going to happen to a lot of you guys, as you continue to grow, as you continue to become successful. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be like that. It's so funny because you can say things to certain people and they're inspired. You can say things to other people and they're not. Me and Sly Fox have had this damn conversation. He's right here. Sly Fox, who was a big rapper with E40. I was in one of him and E40's videos when I was younger, playing ball and stuff, coming fresh from playing pro ball. This dude is an entrepreneur. He's gone from rapper to promoter to now is doing and I'm not going to talk about his financial situation, but is doing very well for himself. And from where we're from, Sly Fox is a freaking success story. Where we're from, Sly Fox is a success story. And one of the things that me and Sly Fox talk about, just like me and John Singh, just like me and Mike O, is how the more successful you get, the more hated you get, the more hate you get. Sometimes you'll hear something in a song and you're like, oh my God, that's a bar. Like when Biggie Smalls said, the more money, the more problems. It's not that dude, me and my wife just had this conversation the other day over dinner. I said, what have I done? I've done nothing to have this much amount of hate, whether it's in my personal life, whether it's even in this space. I see people who were here, no longer here. You want to know why? They'd rather go to a channel and be in an ecosystem where, maybe they got more than the person talking. So they make some, it's like I'm trying to inspire. Everything I do, Mike Otel, I'm trying to inspire. My wife, I lay it all on the line here. There's not a whole lot I don't talk about. I don't hide my family. I don't hide my friends. You see people in this damn group that I've known for 30, 40, 20 years. I'm trying to inspire. I'm trying to let you guys know your time is coming. This is not about me. When I say things about, oh, we did this and we were in there crying, it's not so I'm not talking anymore about my financial situation as I'm sitting there saying me and my wife are hugging each other emotionally. Am I trying to say I'm a 6'8" buttercup? I'm a crybaby? No, I'm not saying that. I'm trying to give you everything uncensored. The good, the bad, the ugly. I talk about it all. When I lost everything. I did, in crypto, I didn't know what I had to learn. I mean, and I hope, and I can see some of you guys who appreciate it, and that's why I'm still here. Me and my wife have conversations about this all the time. And then you can see, as clear as I can see this damn screen, the people who are freaking haters. Some of which that were here and you barely see them now. It just is what it is. They blame you because they're living this way. They can't afford this. They can't. Dude, your time is coming. This is exactly what I just talked about. What did I just say right here? Oh, shoot. Eyelash in my eye. What did I just say right here? Damn it. Don't you hate that when the damn eyelashes fall in your eye? What did I just say right here? Where's it at? I know I just said it because I just read it. God dang it. Don't you hate when eyelashes go in your eye? What was that thing I just said in here right now? Not the bridges you burn. What was the other one? Where's that at? I just literally read it. Okay, maybe it's further down this way. No matter how bad things are, in your life, never hate or envy on anyone. Never envy or hate on anyone for their accomplishment. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. When I got in this space, it was a life. It was a life pivoting moment for me. It was a life pivoting moment for me and my wife. All those businesses, all those years, all the things that we've done didn't matter. The only thing I knew when I looked at my wife is I wanted to spend time with her for the rest of my days. I gave enough to travel in the world. When you guys see the intro of this video and you see the interviews and you see the guy with the camera, those are all people who were interviewing me and taking pictures of me for magazines and articles of success, of speaking, of helping people, all that stuff. I did all that crap, all that stuff. And I'm not trying to act like something. My wife is here. My wife is here. She remembers we would go to events and be groups of people from countries come around crying, oh my God, I'm a 6'8". Oh, not 6'8". They call me Mr. McFadden. But she was there. My wife looked at me like, oh my God, the impact you have on those people. I was good at what I did. Connecting people, getting people to reach, Anthony Weiner probably remembers me from some of the stuff. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is your time is coming. When I got into crypto, I was looking for a pivot in my life. I was like, I want to do something from a phone or a computer where I can spend the rest of my damn days with my wife and my children because, like I said, when you look at those videos, I was all over the world. It was a lot of success and a lot of things I did, but man, I was tired. I wanted to so I'm saying all that to get back to the main thing is, you could have never told me that when that guy called my phone, Carlos Ray, that I thought for any reason my wife is here right now, and honey, I'm so glad you're here because there were times where people would fly me and my wife everywhere. We flew to countries. We flew to people were trying to recruit me to speak or to represent their company, whatever. We would get offered all kinds of stuff, money, all kinds of stuff. And sometimes we would take the trips. We'd go here, we'd go there, we'd go to these different places, Canada, wherever it was at. And we would listen. Here's the thing. I would never turn anyone down. I would always listen because I always say, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen more and talk less because there could be something that changed your life. So when that guy called me, hey, James, and it was because of the respect I had for Carlos Ray, when he called me and he said, hey, brother, I got something. You got a moment? I said, yeah, absolutely. Especially he's a legend. And he's like a Hispanic Tony Robbins or something like that, right? And he says, have you ever heard of Bitcoin? That little freaking phrase, and he's called me with other stuff, but the fact that I always answer the phone and I always listen is why I'm here right now. Why you guys are my family, because that damn call changed everything. And I'm telling you right now, if you're here right now, that means you're in the game. Everything has changed for you. And the point I'm trying to get to is don't hate, don't envy nobody. Your time is coming. That whatever it is when you go lay down and right before you close your eyes, that life, that whatever you're dreaming of is here. It's here. Right. The only thing that has to fill in is things just have to, like, if you're here listening to me talk about XRP and other assets, algo, HBAR, XT, whatever it is, whatever you're, but I'm specifically talking about XRP. Or there's some other incredible assets that we talked about on this channel. You can go to my Crypto for Life page. But I'm just trying to tell you that you've done it. And the only thing you need from now to your dream life is patience. And when I hear people come in and say, when is the price going to move? Go back and listen to Dr. Stevenson. That was a bar. She was throwing bars. I didn't even know the lady existed until DEI put her up on the internet. Like, it's just crazy. Smart lady, smart points, right? Lot of key nuggets in that video that I just showed you guys. So, yeah. So remember that, guys. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. I promise you, your time is coming. I remember when I sat down with my wife and after I got off that call, and I said, babe, when Carlos called, I said, babe, I'm going to Spain. No, I had a call, and then we had the call. And the guy goes, you want to know more about crypto? I said, yes. He goes, okay, I'm going to send a plane for you. First class everything. First class everything. I said, 5-star, first class everything. I said, okay, you bet. And he flew me to Spain, and everything changed. And my wife said, you going where? I said, I'm going to Spain. I said, I'm going to Spain, honey. This dude, all my wife said was, what is it? And I said, Bitcoin, crypto. I said, apparently Carlos, who I respected, me and my wife know Carlos, said this guy went from a taxi cab driver to $100 million value. If somebody tell you that, you think they're crazy. One of the greatest phone calls I ever got in my life, and one of the greatest moves by myself to just listen and pay attention. And when I went there and got back home, I remember looking at my wife. And I know she remembered. I remember looking at my wife and going, nothing will be the same. And she's like, because she's heard me talk about so many opportunities. I said, babe, give me 1 year. Give me 1 year. If this thing is what I think it is, give me 1 year, and I don't think anything will be the same. Facts. Yeah, just yeah, you're waiting for everything to be implemented. Rich already. You're rich. You ain't lying. The value that I have is, and it can never be. I don't care if XRP gets to $1,000. The value I have is my wife and my kids. My son, who's downstairs right now, him and this girl moved in from Hawaii. They're looking for a place right now. And right before I got on this show, I said, man, you know how much Dad loves you. I said, man, you and your siblings are everything to me. I don't care how old you get. I just want to let you know that he just looked at me and love you too. I mean, dude, that is the true wealth. That is my wife. That is the true wealth. Facts. Because what's that old thing that Denzel Washington said? He said, "I've never seen a U-Haul follow a hearse. I've never seen a U-Haul. You can't take none of this crap with you. Family. That's the true wealth. Facts." Okay, let's keep going. XRP's ETFs are targeting the 42.87% that actually matters. Wow. XRP ETFs are targeting the 42.87% that actually matters. XRP ETFs do not need to take all of the XRP supply to create a supply shock. This kind of goes back to what Dr. Stevenson was talking about. Only 42.87% of all XRP is truly circulating and available for the markets to buy, and that is the real proof of the real pool ETFs pull from. ETFs now holds 0.75% of the total supply. This is still tiny compared to the 42.87% that is actually liquid. But every step upward draws directly from that limited circulating supply. As ETF demand expands, it chips away at the 42.87% slice. Each incremental increase tightens the amount of XRP left on the open market, and that is where the early stages of supply pressure begin to form. Once ETFs move from 0.75% closer to the 42.8% that is accessible, the effects become visible because inflows are concentrated on a much smaller pool, not the full supply. They don't need 100%. They only need to keep reducing the 42.87% that is accessible. Clear. Right here. Documentation beats conversation. You guys want more information on this? Make sure you guys go check it out. Shouts out to my man Smoke Dog, always providing the documentation. All right, let's keep it going. What time we got? 1:36. It's going to be one of those long shows. Okay, more XRP ecosystems is a good thing. Letting XRP operate in more environments builds utility. This is from David Schwartz. Joe Cass, David Schwartz is one of the 3 developers of Bitcoin. David Schwartz, Jeb McCaleb, Arthur Brito, who decided, you know what? Yeah, it's digital gold. It's slow. It's pricey. Let's go create something to be better in every way. I mean, every way. It's like damn Einstein of crypto, him and the other 2 guys he was with, and they created XRP. He goes on to say, again, more XRP ecosystems is a good thing. Letting XRP operate in more environments builds utility. The XRPL remains the anchor that makes it all work. This is from Hex Trust. Huge news for the XRP ecosystem. Hex Trust is launching and securing Rep XRP, which is WXRP, a one-for-one back representation of the native XRP issued on Layer 0 core OFT standard to unlock DeFi utility across multiple blockchains, starting with Solana. Now, this is something that it looks like, man, I'm telling you, what's the old thing I say? Slowly, then all at once. All those that, man, I'm not saying that Hex or Solana, but man, all those that were hating, all those, and here's what's so funny. Some of you guys got in before they did. I honestly, low-key think some of the people who've been hating already got in, because you could hear it's what's the word I'm looking for? It is gratifying when you see people like, again, maxis like Da Vinci J, you know, and they're in, and again, this is not a bad attack. You know who Da Vinci J is, right? $1 Bitcoin for $1, $1 freaking dollar. That guy, right? Him and Carl the Moon have an earlier years ago conversation about XRP is going to 0, Carl. 0, Da Vinci? It's going to 0. I think it's going to go below 0, Da Vinci. It's below 0, Carl? And then all of a sudden, here in the last 12 months, you've heard them talk about having allocations in the millions. Oh, I don't have to like it. But I got me millions. So they can talk all the crap. You know, pay attention to what they do. No, pay attention to what they say. Well, I guess I would say because they contradict themselves. That's the problem. Hex Trust to issue a custody wrap XRP WXRP to expand the use of DeFi. Facts. Okay. Not everything as it appears. Not everything is as it appears. That's a fact. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Come on now. Guys, look, before we get into this, let me give some love to the Crypto for Life Chicago Coin family. Greatest family on planet Earth. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And my wife is here. If you guys were with us during our walks and talks, we talk about what a blessing this opportunity is, not only for us, for the people we're going to be able to bless, and for our community. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys, man. Greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. Let's keep it going.
Pull up in a spacecraft and bags on us. Get into them bags so them stacks on us. In a different bracks where they try to tax on us. Government some lies but them bags blowing up. Spitting 16s, keep them bags stuffed up. Give you more game than your mainstream rappers. Told you get the bag, disconnect from the fuzz.
Yeah.
If every rapper clone, then he can't beat.
Protein 40. Protein for every night. Protein 40. Huh? My man dropping bars up in here. He dropping bars. What did he say? And look, I'm only Protein 40. Oh, he dropping some bars. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but I'm gonna keep it Protein 40 says, show me who your friends are and I'll show you who you are. There's an old saying I heard back in the day. They said, if you take the 5 people closest to you and divide their incomes up by 5, that's probably where you are financially. Now, and I used to think about that for a minute. I'm thinking, and they went on to say, show me the 5 people that you hang out with, and I'll show you the 5 people, what they're making. And it's like, it went on to say misery loves company, and sometimes it's hard to get yourself out of that circle because you're so attached to. I remember when I was coming up and I would hear the man is trying to keep us down. The man. And this is why we're this, and this is why we're poor, and And my dad left. Excuses are only good to the people who make them. When you upgrade this, everything around you is upgraded. When you upgrade the way you think, everything around you is upgraded. And it's. And again, I'm gonna try to keep it a buck here because haters are my validation for success. Amen, brother. Man, my boys are dropping bars in here right now. My boys are dropping damn bars right now, and it's so funny. Have you ever some of you guys who are athletes, I'm gonna say something that just probably has nothing to do with anything, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. As a basketball player, I remember my brother wrote this long thing. He said, "Man, you're one of the most prolific scorers I've ever seen in my life." I was MVP my rookie year. We almost won a national title. I had a game. And I remember when I played on the biggest stages in college, I would excel and do things that sometimes I would do them and I would turn around and just take one step and jump over and boom on somebody, right? So I, just had a different game. Games I would go off for 30 points, whatever, right? And then you ever, for anybody who's an athlete, have you ever gone somewhere when you're good at whatever? It could be football, basketball, whatever it is. And then I would go to the playground and I would be playing with a bunch of guys who really didn't have any skill set. And then when you play, you found yourself playing a lower level of basketball because it's hard to play to your best when there's not a lot of structure. People are filing, you go for a dunk. I remember one time I went for a dunk and I went to go catch a lob. Somebody threw me a lob. I was at a playground and I caught it and I went to go dunking on this dude. And the guy tried to low bridge me and I came down on his head and bit my tongue down there in half, like it was hanging off, and they had to hold it back together. And I remember I saying, "Man, I ain't never come back to play," because when you play in those environments, the point I'm trying to make is you play down to the competition. You don't play to your full skill set. You don't play to your potential. You don't play like that MVP or that all-star, whatever, right? You play down to that level of that competition. And for anybody who's played ball, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And Michael's played ball with me. I remember Michael telling the story. I hated street ball. Me and Michael used to play in certain leagues, and Michael would always tell stories about, "Jay, I mean, when you came down and dunked on this dude and all that kind of stuff." Me and Michael go way back. And it was during my recreation ball. We playing like city leagues and stuff together. But the point I'm trying to make is I found myself in that position where I was trying to be cool because I was on the playground. I'm trying to exist in this environment that my wife would always say, man, why are you around these people? Why are you doing, and then I mean around, but certain people that I'm trying to keep it, just going back off of what Protein 40 said. And, people hating, all right? Somebody would come, these people don't like you. That person don't like you. These people. And I'm just like, what did I do to them? What did I do to that group? What did I do to that group? Okay, I was in Las Vegas. What did I do to those people? And it's like, you didn't do nothing. You are a reflection of what they despise, which is, because you're winning. If I was not doing something, maybe, and I say that because I finally, because of what happened lately, I had to remove myself. I said, man, I'm just trying to be cool with everybody. I'm trying to play team. And the point I'm trying to make, guys, is sometimes going back to what Protein 40 says, you can't try to, I'm gonna move on because I don't want to make it about nothing. But the point I'm trying to say is just be true to yourself, and those who are gonna love you are gonna love you, and there's no reason to try to coexist in a like I said, there's people that even people who are here now, you wouldn't even be, and that's the point I want to make is, don't lower your standards. I'm gonna move on. Protein 40, boy, you got me. I'm gonna leave it with what Crypto OG just said. Now, you talking about somebody brilliant? A lot of y'all. I'm never gonna tell this dude business. Crypto OG is freaking brilliant. I think he stayed at my house 1 or 2 times. Somebody I got a lot of love and respect for, somebody who helped us build this whole, I love guys like this, because Crypto G is one of those dudes that me and Mike O had a idea about Chicago coin. And I mean, I trust when I tell you, I fought Mike on this in the sense that I was like, man, I really don't want to have no damn meme coin. Because even though there's some cool memes that we've seen that's done very well, like your Doge and your Shibas, there was so much crap. But in talking and after talking about it for a while, it made sense. What community? It's like a community. I like how the description of what these rules are that were put out by the SEC, like a novelty, like something that's attached to something, right? And the way me and Mike had talked about it is it's an attachment to who we are. We bet on us our whole lives. We bet on us our whole lives. For us, by us, Jay. That's what we do. We invest in movies. We invest in this. Why not? And I was like, bruh. And he said, it's a coin for the sophisticated investor. I was like, dude, that's so dope. And then we talked about the details of it. We don't need the money. We're not doing this. We don't sell. It's just, but when we were trying to develop this, everything you see here, all this stuff, man, everything you see here, that's, that ain't me. I don't know nothing about doing this. That's Crypto OG. This brother said, what are y'all trying to do? That's all we had to say. I said, we're trying to create a, he did all this. And anytime I wanted to ask him, so shouts out, respect, and much love to doggone Crypto OG. So I say all that to go back to his point. He says, lions and hyenas don't mix. That's a fact. Oh, God, that's a bar, Crypto OG. So shouts out, I didn't give my man the notoriety he deserves. So shouts out to the Chicago Coin family. You guys want more information on Chicago, what we do, what we got going on with movies and all that kind of stuff, guys, go check it out. So shouts out to Dave Adams. This is a guy that I met, hired patrolman, good buddy of mine now. I love this dude. Every time I talk to the dude, he like, love you, Jay. Just cool. Sometimes you meet some cool ass people, bro. This is crazy how we even met. Him, Josh, and everybody else that's part of the family, man. Some of you guys that are in here right now, Liz, and some of you guys who are part of the Chicago Coin family, man, freaking awesome, dude. I appreciate y'all. And Sly Fox is the reason that even though I played and I was cool and I knew Rafer Austin, Sly Fox as well. We got NBA and New York legend Rafer Austin. So shouts out to Sly Fox. All right, let's keep going. So I agree with that. Lions don't mix with hyenas. That's for damn sure. Oh Lord, especially to a guy who watches the Discovery. What was that? The Animal Channel. Shout out to the Crypto OG. For us, by us. Liz knows. Okay, let's keep it going, guys. Where was I at? I was talking about something. I can't remember what the hell it was. Let's move on. Okay, big things are coming. XRP, Solana now linked. Breaking XRP is coming to Solana from Solana. We saw that they were posting things earlier this week, like 589, and I was like, what's going on with Solana? And I started digging it, man. Boy, they are bullish on XRP. XRP is coming to Solana, baby. You can't deny. That's what's so funny. You can't. When you start seeing XRP with Solana, XRP with this, XRP integrated into that, Hex, and I mean, just the ones laughed at, the ones put down, the ones ridiculed, becomes the #1 asset on planet Earth, EARF. Y'all about to be so damn rich. This is for you.
Trust, move to a different code so they can't tax us. Go golden passports, rocket ships like Buzz. We like years ahead of the herd, like they don't want you to get rich, but die trying. But I slid you the crypto list, so start buying, and I'll see you at the tip top when we start flying. Upgrade the shit, push a button, autopilot. Party all night, so we just keep flying.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling it, I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the move?
Stop.
It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
Stop.
Going back to go back, got them choosing. This one, bag it up. Here come the monkey. This one,
Have I told you lately that we love you? From me and my wife Jeanette to y'all. It says, James, it's hard being friends with someone that is always pushing the limits, but those that hang around are those that are comfortable being uncomfortable, seeking growth. Amen, brother. Amen. That's what I love about Mike and my wife. They both straight shooters. You know, Mike would be the first person. Well, my wife, you know, last week we had a moment, and but my wife's always been that kind of person, got my back no matter what, and it was great to see her. You know, I got a little frustrated last week, and it was great seeing my wife in there just battling with her partner, and it was amazing to see her in there like, oh, you did this and you did that, and then the first call I got was from Michael, and that's my boy. He's like, Jay, man. Michael is always watching out and making sure his boy. He's like, Jay, man, you know, you remember, you know, and I won't get into our personal conversation, but he's always watching out for his boys. So Michael had to try to calm down that Brooklyn. Say, Jay, you went a little hard, Jay. Shouts out to Michael. All right, let's keep it going. Solana is coming to XRP is coming to Solana. Does that have any music with it or not? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's pretty cool though. That's cool. Okay, trust the process. Facts. Trust the process. The Crash King has come to their shouts out to my man Protein 40. Okay, XRP, Silver Days XRP, good to see you, brother. Trust the process. Okay, slowly than all at once. Banks XRP puts this out. It says big move for XRP. Hex Trust issuing the custodial what? The custody wrapped XRP. XRP brings XRP into the cross chain. I think I already read this already. All right, let's move on. Your kindness has the power to brighten someone's entire day. Facts. Amen to that, man. I've had kindness. I can think of so many kind things that the Crypto for Life family has done. Chicago Coin from the XRP Army. I talk about Nina and her husband, what they did coming out here and taking us to dinner. I talk about some of you guys in your comments, your virtual hugs, I've had people when I was down. I had people when we had loss in our family. Hey, 6AJ, we're praying for you. You guys are just amazing. So, you know, kindness, man, is priceless. So thank all of you guys. I appreciate you guys in a major way. They all have a change of heart. I agree with that. It says Vanguard reversed its anti-crypto stance. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. All those guys who are hating, all those guys, oh, man, it's just a different time. What we saw Michael Saylor do, what we saw Larry Fink do, what we seen Jamie Dimon do, all these people, it's battery acid, it's cancer, crypto's no good. Oh, God, now they're all bullish as hell, and we're starting to see everybody. Vanguard reverses anti-crypto stance, granting 50 million clients access to spot crypto ETFs for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. Does this mark full institutional adoption? It's happening. Is what I always put, slowly, then all at once. BullRun ended months ago, but no one wants to accept it, myself included. This kind of correlates to with what I saw by the young lady Leia. Okay, OCC is effectively saying if you want to be a part of the next payment settlement, OCC is effectively saying if you want to be a part of the next payment, settlement, and custody architecture, you must operate like critical national infrastructure. That means the same level of rigor applied to systematically important clearing banks, not fintech startups. This aligns perfectly with the DTCC risk bulletin that they had dropped the other day. Fragmentation, cyber risk, collateral stress, and interconnectedness are not theoretical anymore. Once banks are allowed to operate on chain, every node becomes part of the financial nervous system. A weak bank is no longer just a weak bank. It's a potential failure point in real-time settlement. Wow. bars by my man, Mr. Man, who I've had. Mr. Man, if you guys don't know who Mr. Man is, if you guys don't know all the incredible people I've had on my show, we've had some of the greatest names in the early days, before Jake Claver was this big, before, like, as these guys were up and rising, the Zach Rectors, the Mickles, the Jimmy Valleys, the Molly Elmores, the Linda P. Jones, you name them, they've been on this show. So shouts out to all those guys, Jack Riley's. We've had so many people on this damn show. There's a time where I was doing multiple interviews a week, and I'm gonna get back to it at some point. But you guys go down here and just check out all the incredible people, all the incredible partnerships, and Sean McBride. You got Mickle, you got Abs, you got Jake Claver, you got the Bearable Bull. The Bearable Bull was on the house. You got Brad Kimes, you got Greg Pruitt, and what's the other guy's name? His name was Alaskan. What's my man's name? Alaskan Squeeze. Shannon Thorpe with everything. AJ was part of the whole BitBoy deal that was going on. BitBoy's ecosystem. Edo Farina, Jimmy Valley, Molly Elmore. Shouts out to my man Rob Cunningham. All these young ladies here. Graham Glam, Lady K, Optimistic Prime. Shouts out to Crypto Miles, Jack Riley. I mean, all these incredible interviews, guys. My man Cassius Cuvée, the families here. We've had on Cypher X. I mean, everybody's been on this show. Guys, go make sure you guys check out all these incredible. Rest in peace to the late great Will Fix, who was bullish as hell on XRP. Heartbreaking. Will Fix, man. Chris Moore, Zach Rector, Versan, and all these guys, man. Echo, shouts out to Echo. Just incredible interviews, guys. Make sure you guys go back and check out the Crypto for Life family with your boy James, aka 688. By the way, guys, we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're live on X, YouTube, and on IMUTV. If you have, Roku TV, you can download the IMUTV app, and we're going to be coming to Apple TV very soon. So, shouts out to the family. Ripple, I like this right here. Deal closed. Rail. Check mark. With this acquisition, Ripple payment is the market's most comprehensive end-to-end stablecoin solution. This dude is crazy. It's crazy when you think about what they've done and what they continue to do. Everybody was running. Everybody was scared. Everybody was scared of the big bad wolf. The SEC had people were, I'm trying to think of a good word, extremely fearful of the SEC under Gary Gensler. Man, you couldn't do, if y'all remember the story, and again, you can go watch Rick from the start, where they were saying, come on in and show us what you got. Come on in and show us what you got. We're just a bunch of hucksters, frosters, and tricksters. Come on in and show us what you got. And a lot of companies are going in and meeting with the SEC and getting shut down, getting lawsuits filed. When everybody was running, Ripple kept growing. 4 major acquisitions, 1 goal. Woo, man, it's right here, the article. 4 major acquisitions, 1 goal. With G Treasury, Rail, Palisade, and Ripple Prime, which was a Standard Chartered. We're building the one-stop shop for digital asset infrastructure, custody, liquidity, treasury, payments, and real-time settlement under one unified platform. We are building the infrastructure that powers the Internet of Value. And who's at the center of it all? I didn't say it. I'm not going to say it. Who said it? Quote, Brad Garlinghouse. Quote, XRP is at the center of everything we do. Everything we do. And some people out there still saying, if you got XRP, you're retarded. Oh, God. We were right the whole time. That's what's so great. Checkmate. It will all make sense soon. It will all make sense soon. XRP, XRPL, if you truly understand it. Ripple, they get it. This is the best time to be in crypto. That's a fact. XRP ETF, simply unstoppable. Jake Claver says, the train looks like it's ready to leave the station. This is a quote by Rosie Rios. Jake puts it out here. The train looks like it's ready to leave the station. This comes off the back of what Rail had put out here, one of Ripple's acquisitions. We're officially part of the Ripple team and one-stop infrastructure shop. Looking forward to big things ahead, man. But you out there listening to you. Let me stop. Let's just move on. U.S. Senate. Oh my God, we're getting on 2 hours. Damn it. U.S. Senate's big crypto market structure bill hits a major roadblock. If you guys want more information on that, it's right there. Wealthy people think decades. Broke people think Fridays. Damn, that's a bar. Wealthy people think decades. They plan. They plan ahead. They set themselves up. They put certain things in place. Broke people think, hey, next Friday I'm about to, oh Lord, let's move on. Smoke. Remember, XRP is being used by banks, governments, while other digital assets are driven by speculation. We talked about this. This is not 2017 hype cycle. This is not 2021 speculation cycle. I said it. Speculation cycle. We are in the utility cycle. Everything is going to change, and you're going to see certain assets that start to detach from those traditional assets with hype and speculation. Just saying. It is only the digital assets with clear institutional use case designed to solve a multi-trillion-dollar problem, which is, again, what Dr. Stevenson, the young lady that DAI showed her her video. I'm telling you, go link in with that lady. I watched one of her videos after I saw that referral by DAI. Same thing she's saying. Same thing. Document it. Same thing. Document it. All right, let's keep it going. What he said. Shouts out to my man XRP JB. Says if you don't have patience, then crypto is not going to be for you. It takes an average of 5 to 7 years, when I think about how long I've been in this space, to be great at anything in life. So while you expect to turn $200 into $2 million in weeks, this is not a casino. Amen, amen, amen. Brother doing bars. And here's what's so crazy. I just think that he put, what did he put? 7 to 2. How much he put? 5 to 7 years. I think a lot of people who are in right now are going to be so fortunately, I don't want to use the word lucky, but blessed because of what, going back to what Linda P. Jones and Molly, I always go back to what they said because they said it, right? They got on my show and she literally said it. It was either Molly or both. And then Linda P. Jones, which is in here somewhere, right here, where she says and go back and watch the whole video, right? The whole interview. But she says what happened to XRP, which will be looked at one of the biggest corrupted lawsuits ever, will end up being the greatest blessing. And I bring that up all the time, and I'm bringing it up again because I really do believe that the short time frame in which, so you can't say, right, when you think about what he's talking about, my man JB was talking about 5 to 7 years. If you go back 5 to 7 years ago, it was a different time even with Bitcoin. And then 5 to 7 years later, they just had this all-time high, October 13th or something like that of this year, October 6th. Bitcoin hit $126,000, right? Excuse me. And, when you look at that time frame, when you look at the fact that because, so Bitcoin is gone. It's most people are chasing that damn wave now. You're chasing that damn wave. But because of what happened with the lawsuit, so many of you guys are able to ride and paddle out, getting ready to hit this wave with XRP. I don't give a damn what it was just over a year and a month ago, 50 cents. I don't get this. To me, the greatest time. Because most people, it's kind of like when you go back, and I know a lot of you guys feel this. It's like going back to when, and I know I'm going over, guys. My apologies. Damn 2 hours. I wish I'd have bought Bitcoin at $100. Man, you think you would have made it past 1,000? I mean, I know what it is because you feel the way you feel now, but I'm talking about when it was the only thing that, and I don't mean the only asset, but it was like everything else. But at that time, it was getting so much of the crap that we were getting from the SEC. Not quite the way the SEC was. It was like coming from air, battery acid. And you have people like Warren Buffett and everybody, I'll never touch it. And Jamie Dimon, if any of my employees touch it, they're fired. And all the stuff that was going on. It's like, the stuff that I was hearing from some of these big executives, these people that are loving it now, it's like cancer. Oh, well, that kind of thing. And that's what always cracks me up, or kind of, it cracks me up, but it also pisses me off about these maxis because they were bullied at one point and they made it through the storm. And now the bullied become the bullies. And so the point I'm trying to make is, in that moment, it was really hard for everybody to make it out of that sub $100, $50, $100. Man, most people were out. I had people say, man, I was out at $1,000. Some people might have held it. I mean, I got all the way out at 5,000 because they saw it go woo, 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 woo. Remember, in 17, that damn thing got up to 19 something and came back because of COVID at 3,500. So there's a lot of people that took profits that got out. And the point I'm trying to make is that sweet spot of a moment is gone. If you ever think, hey, I'm gonna just wait till Bitcoin gets back to 1,000, I can't speak. I'm not gonna say the likelihood is I'm gonna say. So when I look at XRP right now at $2, it may seem, people get. I'm sure there was somebody who said, I'm not buying this damn thing at $100 because it was just 8 cents, or it was just $10, or it was just $25. And then you look at that 100 now, you're like, oh my God. I wish I would give up. Some people would give up a damn pinky toe to get. I'll give up one of my, So I just think this moment, this $2 moment, will probably be equivalent to like XRP at like Bitcoin at like $100 or maybe less than that, $50 or 25. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at these projections, they're talking about this $1,000 by 2030. That is humongous. I mean, that moment, I don't even want to say Bitcoin at 100, but Bitcoin at $10. This moment that everybody's trying to say, did I buy $2? Even at $3, I bought it at $3. It's down to $2. What did I do? What did I? I'm sorry, I got to play this damn thing again. Damn it. Who said that in the chat? Somebody in the chat said, I know we're going past our time. I'm trying to make a point here. What is my damn point? What is my damn point? Where's Anthony Weiner at? Doggone it. Oh, where's Anthony Weiner? Damn it. Where's that? Where's my, oh, Lord. Where's Anthony Weiner at? He's the one who said this to me. Where's Anthony Weiner right here? Huh? I hope you understand what you have, but if you don't, Charles will explain it to you.
Crypto is the opt-out.
Shouts out to Crypto Tales. Oh, God. Huh? Doggone. Who told me to play this damn thing again? Huh? Somebody here keeps messing with his Silver Days XRP and one of them. Oh, Lord. Let's do it.
Crypto is the opt-out. Crypto is the exit. Crypto is the solution.
Come on.
And so, yes, the markets go up and yes, the markets go down. But you know, there's some directionality to that.
There's many reasons I love this video. If I could tell, and I'll never call anybody, the amount of messages I get from people, is it going up? What? I think I might have bought too high at $3. There's going to be a time. There's going to be a time that you're... How are you going to feel about an all-time high of XRP at $3? Let's say $3.84. What are you going to think about $3.84? And I know it's down right now, but what are you going to think about $3.84 when it hits $100? What are you going to think about $3.84 when it hits $500? What are you going to think about $3.84 when it hits 1,000 or 10,000? It's never. Bitcoin was 4 cents. You better wake your ass up. You better wake up. They're not the same. Bitcoin got off of adoption because people believe in it, but not even close to what XRP is. The sky is the limit. And if you heard Dr. Stevenson, if you heard any of these things we talked about, if you saw Joe Katz, it can't be cheap. Guys, what it's solving, what it's going to be utilized for, you have no idea. $3.84, even $2 is the blessing. $2 is the blessing. There's people who got into Bitcoin at $1. You're not there. People got an XRP at 50 cents. You weren't there. It's okay. $2 will be something that people will wish and regret and be sick, even $3.84, that they did not get in at that point. Non-financial advice, just my 2 cents, my opinion, my 2 Satoshis, my 2 drops, whatever you want to call it. Listen in.
The long term, we win. There's 550 million people in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, and there's going to be 1 billion by 2030.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
A billion equities will be in the cryptocurrency space by 2030.
Tell them, Charles.
And all of y'all paper hands are just running around. Oh no, the markets are falling, the markets are falling. What do I do? What did I do? We all headed for 10 trillion, guys, because trillion doesn't even mean anything anymore. The dollar doesn't mean anything anymore.
A trillion don't even mean anything anymore when you understand what's coming. When you understand what's coming. The question is, are you ready? What did Brad say?
All right, with that, I'm going to end with Ripple has been ready for this moment. The XRP community has been ready for this moment. I'm thrilled you are on this journey with us. It is definitely happening. Thank you very much.
It is definitely happening. Thank you very much. Greatest family on planet Earth, EARS. Smash the like, hit that subscribe. Shouts out to CKS. Somebody else just popped in here too. Marlon Goodman's in the house. Anybody else that I missed? Guys, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We're almost out of here. Give me a second to get through a couple other things. We got Brink Zabat. Is this a bot? Zabat. Lots of love. Shouts out.
We looking for that astro flip. Guacamole, I want the whole damn dip. I got my spacesuit on. Yeah, I want the whole damn shit. And if you bring in any further, bust the whole damn clip. Nah, we do our own research here. Over ledger on a t-shirt here. We in the jungle, I know. They like, monkey, how you see so clear? I did my homework, so he don't care. Yeah. Sitting on the ledger with the bag man. And I just bought Quant with my bad hand. A little Globians and XTC. And a little more XRP, we not playing. So basically, we repping for the same set. So well, music.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If fear's selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got 'em choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up. Hey.
Shouts out to the greatest family on planet Earth. I think we're almost out of here, guys. 2 hours. That's what happens when you miss a day. I've got so much more I could talk about, guys, but we're going to get out of here. Oh, by the way, shouts out and congratulations to Shedeur Sanders, who won Rookie of the Week. They wouldn't play him. They wouldn't start him. He got no reps with the first team. They gave him 1 week. He wins. He decimates, beats the Raiders, loses against the Titans, but puts up historic numbers for a rookie, broke records, and the young man got Rookie of the Week. Shouts out to him. You can't deny greatness, just like with you guys. They can't deny, just like the XRP Army, like the Shedeur. They did everything they could to keep us down. They did everything they could to keep us down. They belittled us. They talked about us. They all these things. And at the end of the day, they can't stop our shine. I like this one too. This came out from Nads. It says, me with my $500 crypto portfolio trying to follow whale strategy. And she's on a scooter. And these guys got these bikes. That's funny as hell. All right, guys, I think we're out of here. I got so much more, so much content. Even when I don't post, or even when I don't go live, I still do the research. So if something stops me from going live, I'm still doing constant research. Ask my wife, she knows. Anyways, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate you guys, love you guys. So glad to see Shedeur light it up, man. Come on, imagine being a team without a QB and not drafting him in the first round talent. It's funny, Melchimer or Mel for 40 years or something like that, picking the top, so many people get drafted. He's always been on point. He's never been off. And he put Shedeur as the first in the top 5. And he was pissed when he said, what are y'all doing? The NFL's trying to sabotage. Dude, it was crazy. Anyways, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna read my messages and see if Crypto Heavy or anybody wants to go live a little bit later, so we'll do it. If not, oh well, it's all good. We had a 2-hour damn show, but I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being Mel Kiper. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you, Ness Force. Yeah, picked him to go #1 overall. He's like, dude, I'm never like, come on, and he is proving. Here's something for you real quick. He got the Player of the Week. No rookie quarterback. All those rookie quarterbacks that were drafted above him, none of them ever got the Rookie of the Week. None of them. And he killed them all with as far as passing yard. Dude, it's crazy. In a couple, like his third game, crazy. Anyways, the Raiders missed. Oh, the Raiders are ridiculous. And by the way, they're playing tomorrow, Sunday. They're playing against my son-in-law's team, which is the Bears. So yeah, cool. All right, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. Shouts out to Marlon Goodman. I was telling my wife, it's kind of a conflict of interest because I want to see Shedeur win, but I also don't want to see my son-in-law lose. It's like a conflict of interest there. Ain't no stopping us now. Facts. Marlon Goodman in the house. Protein 40. We got Ness Force in the house. Silver Days XRP. Crypto Mama. Liz. Nina Blossom. Crypto Tales. Good to see you, Jose. Ckez. Silver Days XRP. Brinks Bot is in the house. We got anybody else? We got my beautiful queen Jeanette. We got Crypto Tales in the scene. Good to see my brother Crypto Tales. We bump his music each and every day. We got DCA Crypto Dave. Liz Herrera. Did I say Liz? Anthony the Man, the Myth, the Wanner is in the house. We got Silver Days. Actually, I think I said Silver Days. Tiffany Serrano. Shouts out to Tiffany and Gabe. Shouts out to Tony Bags. What's up, my brother Tony Bags? We got Crypto G in the house. We got DCA Crypto Dave in the house. Who else we got in here? We got Big Bro 10 in the house. Good to see you, sis. Who else we got up in here? We got Marvin, the Man, the Myth, the Davis is in the house. We got Mike O. What's up, Mike O? In the house. Anthony, the Man, the Myth, the Wanner. Huh? Good to see my brother. Crypto OG, thank you for all you've done for us, brother. Appreciate you in a major way. Marlon Goodman, my man. Pots and Pants. Who else we got up in here? Sly Fox. That's my boy. 30 years and going. Who else we got up in here? Michael, my boy. 30 years and going. Two of my 30-year friends in here. I'm sure John might be here. 40 years and going. Shouts out to, I got Protein 40. Esco J215. Shouts out to my man. Appreciate you, my brother. My beautiful queen, Jeanette. That's my baby. Nina Blossom. Bullish Bird. Bullish Big D in the house. Who else we got? Make sure I don't miss anybody here. Protein 40 was Silver Days. I'll go a little long to make sure I give my family the recognition. Thank you guys for your support. Nina Blossom in the house. Shouts out to Nina and her husband. Joe Budai. What's up, Joe Dubai? Good to see you, my brother. Yeah, Esco was dropping some bars the other day. Shout out to my brother Esco. Joe Budai, good to see you. Okay, who else? It's all about utility, 4-year, yeah. Chewy Lay, that's how you say it? Chewy Lay, 111. Shuts out. Mel Will's in the house. Good to see you, sis. What's up, Mel Will? Los Ronan. Heard the pullback 75. Yeah, silver's been on a tear. Shouts out to people, those who are investing heavily in silver. Shouts out to Charcoal Bartels. I think I got everybody. I think so. Going once, going twice. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'm not sure we may go live today. I'll see what Crypto Heavy says. I'll see what Nest4 says. Either way, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Again, we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're live on X, on YouTube, and on IMUTV. Until next time, if I go live, I will definitely put it out there and send it out to everybody in the Telegram messages or how we deliver it, X or whatever have you. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Enjoy your weekend, just in case we don't. Greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. Yeah.